lovely DM is back to being able to play, or not play, run it, DM it. So, my name's Becca, I will be playing Elspeth the Bard, and I will let the others introduce themselves however they see fit.
Hello, I'm Alex. I'll be playing Z, the cleric.
Sam, I'm playing Toto, Half Pint, the Halfling.
Got Delta's returning DM. Way.
And I'm Traz. I'm playing Cloud, the Batsy Rogue Warlock.
So, whenever Scott is ready, I will just mention that Ami, who plays Makar, our wizard, and Azuzu, who plays Copy, our arcane trickster rogue, is currently away tonight. They're hoping to be able to pop on if they get back in time or get available internet in time. Other than that, it will just be us four.
Well, that said, it's been a while. It's been a while, so trying to rethink what happened. Yeah, you guys were finally ready just to step out of Westrun and get the fuck out of Dodge. And then nope.
I think currently Toto is asleep on the deck of the ship with Clover cuddled around him, and me and Cloud are in Cloud's room. And I can't remember where Azzy is.
As he's on board as well in his own little cabin, and Copy and Maka copies in went back into Westrun and managed to get killed by a couple of Disney villains because that joke I wore extra thin is going to stay here for quite a while longer. And Maka's doing non-blowing shit up stuff in somewhere nearby.
Picking up her ball gown.
Just finds a mirror somewhere and starts swishing in front of it, just going, "I look fabulous and deadly." But yeah, so following morning, sun comes up, birds are chirping nearby. It's all nice and lovely. How does anyone wish to do anything this fine morning?
I guess I'll probably wake up first, seeing as I'm just sleeping on the floor of the ship.
I doubt it, considering I'm an elf, but yes.
True. But when I do get up, I'm just gonna probably just get something to eat and just sit on the deck. You could pretty much ignore everybody else, just stick to myself.
Oh, sorry, go
No,
ahead.
after you.
As he will get up at sunrise and do his usual morning prayers before heading onto the deck. Before getting on deck and just looking over everything and trying to figure out what the hell he's got himself into.
Hey, for that, buddy, you've been to the Astral Sea and back, and now you're being haunted by a rather famous 20th century actor. But anyone else? Well,
So, before we leave the room, I would like to have a conversation with Cloud.
Yep. Well, Cloud was going to get up a little bit early and do his ritual to take the psionic headband out of the crystal and replace it with the Kiss of the Changebringer.
ooh.
Because after 2 days of just getting headaches, I'm pretty sure Cloud's thinking this thing is busted. And if we're heading to Imon, he knows the perfect person to have a look at it.
Cool. So as you take the headband out, it's even almost as if like the staff has a momentary like, thank fuck that thing's out of me moment before it gets back to normal. Like, you almost get that sense of impression that the entire staff just kind of just goes limp for a second. It's like, phew. And as you put the Kiss of the Changebringer in, it swallows the chain up, and you can see the kind of silver chain kind of start to coil through the wood of the staff, like the handle of the staff. And the jewel is now set where the headband crystal was. That very faint hum that it normally has is now going almost got like a kind of rhythmic pattern to it now.
Ooh, pretty. So yeah, he sort of finishes that up and dusts himself off, and if you're waiting to have a word, turn to you and say, "Is everything all right, my dear?"
One thing Elspeth does notice as you've attuned to it, there's a very faint moment where she can see like a green outline to cloud, and then it just disappears after the staff and the Kiss of the Changebringer fight like adjust to one another.
Does he still have the crystals on his forehead?
No, they would have slowly shrunk and faded away as the headband would have came out, and the tattoo would have went down his neck, but then stopped and wrapped around his neck, and created another tattoo on his chest of the pendant with another crystal on his chest.
Good.
Okay, well, at least that one's easier to hide. You don't need to cast a spell every 5 moments.
Well, at least it's quite easy for me to cast the spell.
Yes, alright. I understand. I feel like I need to have a conversation about our changeable friend.
What seems to be the problem?
So, the reason I was so eager to spend the night in your room, other than the obvious, of course, I am concerned, after our conversation on the back of your eagle the other day, that I may be her current target for her assassination list. Well, or kidnap, I feel like.
I just always assumed she was talking shit. Most people I know who are in that line of work don't really go around bragging about it.
True. However, the line of the way to trick your enemies is to trick your friends. I don't know how hot you are on your arcane casters. So let me start by, hi, my name's Elspeth, I'm a bard, and if you take away my ability to make stupid noises, you take away my ability to cast any spells, and you have seen how useless I am with a weapon. So if you take away my ability to cast spells by perchance casting silence upon me, I am defenseless.
And you're saying she cast silence on you.
She has cast silence on me and then stood, I assumed, hugging me for a minute until the silence wore off, but now my concern is, was that actually testing to see what my reaction would be to her taking away my ability to do anything, and if I would attempt to fight back, or if she'd tricked me enough to the point where she could get away with it. And then the other night there was someone in my room, and obviously you said that you hadn't heard anyone else other than us on the ship. That's another conversation for another time. Which would mean that it was her in my room. So my worry is that if I had been in my room that night and not in yours, I may not be here today.
Well, it would have been handy to know this a little bit sooner, but I understand that if you stay close to Toto and Maka for the day, I'll go ask some people I can trust about this. If she's as renowned as she says she is, I should be able to find some information on her. Elizabeth.
It,
But-
she's gonna pause for a second and go, it may help if you know at least the name she gave to me. Although, if it could be kept between us, last thing I want to do is make her angry right now.
Of course, my dear.
So, the name she gave to me was Copy.
Oh, that's fair enough. I've already known a fair bit of information about her. She's definitely got skills, but um, like I say, most people skilled enough to be in that line of work don't brag about it. So I'll have a word around, see if I can find any information about her. But if we're heading to Amman, I'll probably get more information there. Bigger city, more people, more ears, more eyes. You know.
I also have someone that would potentially be able to get me some information in Imon, so that might be worth being our next destination as long as the others are okay with it.
I agree.
Anyway, shall we go and see what the children are up to?
Yes. And so we'll head out.
And the kind of hallway of the ship, which is just kind of almost in a daze, just kind of thinking about something.
Who do we see, sorry?
Aka. She's in a little daze, just kind of wandering up and down the halls of the ship. As you just pass her, just it's almost as if she's like thinking, pacing up and down.
Everything okay, Mako? As she passes me.
Just kind of gives a subtle kind of like nod the head, just as she's like still in deep thought.
We'll be up on deck if you need us.
Okay.
Carry
And
on.
she carries on pacing. End up on the top deck. You see Clover just kind of chowing into her little feed bowl, and so far ahead is our Romeo himself, Toto, just sitting there with Hello Darkness, my old friend, playing through his head. You'll see Azzy joining the deck as well. So after like a good 5 minutes, everyone's all assembled up on the top deck.
Can we leave? Can we just leave the city now, please?
Oh dear, I assume last night did not go well.
No, it didn't go well. It didn't go well at all. I'm ready to go. I've been ready to go since we got here.
Oh, pretty much everybody's here, apart from one.
Has anyone got anything they need to do in Westrun before we go? Do we want to try and find Elizabeth?
She's probably standing right nearby, you know, she doesn't sleep in the dome, she doesn't even walk into fucking buildings that we walk into. She's probably somewhere nearby watching.
The problem is she would need to be closer than... Excuse Jason in the background. Closer than just nearby. When I cast the spell, we have 6 seconds to get through it.
Her loss.
Well, if you want to hold off on that, if you want me to go get the information you asked for.
How long do you think it would take you?
Yeah, no more than a couple of hours. Probably take me a little bit of time just to find the right people, but yeah, a couple of hours. Be back by midday, really.
How about you, Azzy? Anything you need to do in the city before we bugger off?
Not really. I prepared all my things ready to go when we have time.
Toto, you okay to spend a couple more hours on the ship if you don't want to be in the city?
I suppose so. I haven't really got much of a choice, have I?
I'm gonna hug him. Elspeth's just gonna get down on her knees and give him a hug.
Thanks.
So yes, we'll hang around for a couple of hours. Go when Cloud is back.
Yes, that's
And
good to me.
Yeah.
guys all get comfortable on the deck of the ship as Cloud makes his way back into, hopefully for the last time.
Wah, wah, wah.
Hey, what could possibly go wrong? So, where are you off to, Cloud? Where's your...
I'll head back via the I think it's called the underwalk of Westrun, and head via that route to the sewers and take the back entrance towards the Thieves Guild, the class hideout, and have a look around for a couple of contacts I can trust, and just start asking about a renowned bounty hunter going by the name of Elizabeth or Copy. Um, just just like describing how she moves and such. She can change her appearance and such, and to see what sort of information I can get via that way.
One thing to note when you get approaching the Thieves Guild hall entrance, there's a message in Thieves' Cant kind of scribbled into like all. It basically is mentions new management.
Um, before sort of like I head down now, I'd use Mask and Many Faces to turn into my let's go for a half elf, short brown hair, longish ears, tan complexion. Um, just go in with sort of like scholars esque robes type on.
Approach the door opens, and you're ushered into the Thieves Guild hall, where there's the usual sort of cloak and dagger figures all going about, just talking away in little kind of groups and duos everywhere. Perception check. See if you spot anyone familiar. A couple familiar faces, and there is a particular elven gentleman just in the corner with a weird set of spectacles on, just thumbing away at a coin in his hand. Oh, I think this guy might be the kind of what guy to talk to. And you slip through the crowd, and as soon as you get to him, he goes, kicks a chair over and goes, "Have a seat, Cloud."
Been a while.
Yes, it has been.
Yeah, busy. You know it how it is. Yeah, a bit quieter now, but
How can I help you?
I'm looking for some information on a person. Very cocky, bit of a big mouth, but generally doesn't. Generally, all that comes out of it is bollocks. Generally, goes by the name of Elizabeth. Supposedly a renowned bounty hunter. Maybe also go by the name Copy. You know, same old
A
trick
little
changes.
notepad flies out from behind him, and a quill starts taking notes next to him.
You know, same old trick changes appearance. Things along those lines. If you find any information about her.
Put my ears to the ground and see what I can come up with. Time. He kind of looks up and down and goes, "New jewelry."
You know, didn't say I was out of work.
How are you? Be careful where you. And he kind of gestures to your the collar. Goes, "I would button that shirt up if I were you." We speak. Kind of gives you, takes his like weird looking spectacles off and gives you a wink.
Always watching stuff, aren't you?
And he pulls out of a bag and he's got all sorts of just like weird little trinkets and goes, "It's what I do."
This is true. And he'll put 10 gold on the table. If I can get that information as soon as. Probably via a message if possible. I probably won't be in town much longer.
I've heard you own a couple of other chaos happening in this fair city.
Sorry, can you repeat that? You broke up a little bit.
Is understandable. After hearing about how you and a bunch of other associates have been making waves in this city, I can understand why you want to leave.
You know me, I don't make waves. You must have me confused with someone else. And he just winks.
I chuckle. It's always good seeing you, Cloud. I am going to warn you though, that piece of jewelry you're carrying.
Well, thankfully, not everybody can see the way you do.
Thankfully for you. Until next time, my friend. And he goes back to just like messing around with some with his coin.
And one last little thing. Probably be heading towards Iman. If you have any work, you know me. Take care. And he just nods and leaves.
There's a bit of hustle and bustle among the thieves just as you're heading towards the exit. Going on in the background, but you're not quite sure. Walk out, or do you want to go see what's up?
I'll have a little nosy. See if I can hear anything interesting.
Perception check as you get close enough to the crowd to try and earwig in. The background noise starts to fade away as you just adjust your hearing as you're leaning against a pillar and just hear someone just going, "Yeah, there was three of them and they managed to break into the vault, steal the lamp, and managed to get out with basic, you know." Sure it was a lamp and sure it wasn't anything else. It sounded like a lamp. I don't know. It's just something very valuable. It just nicked it and fucked off apparently. I've bothered it's somewhere down the line for, "Hey, yo, Catman, you look familiar. Can you?" And he's pointing over at Cloud.
I'm describing myself, don't forget.
Offhand at points goes, "Yeah, I know who you are," and he points back to the table where the gentleman you just pointed at. You're talking to.
What do you want?
I got a job for you. Oh well, he just scrolls it down on a bit of parchment, rolls it up, and goes, details are there. Let him know, and points back to the guy with the glasses. If you're interested, before you leave town, not. And he kind of backs away and goes, "Not immediate. Just think it over."
Scott putting down those breadcrumbs to stay in town.
Nope. Want to leave?
What I look at the note.
Head to one of the corners and have a quick look.
Open up the note, and there's says wanted 2 items of great value. One is a little mouse, and the other one's a ball of string. If you can part with these, great. Ha ha ha. Get it up you. Signed, Alabaster. In the corner, just like flip you the bird. Goes, see you soon.
Sort of looks at him a little bit not with a smirk. And just quickly waves his hand slightly and casts prestidigitation to make him look and smell like he's just soiled himself.
One of the kind of tavern wenches that kind of walked about with was about giving him a drink. It's like, here you go, sit. And just kind of just walks away from him without giving him his drink. He's just like, okay, we're even now. Run along.
Just nods and smiles and walks out.
The guard in the door opens it, shuts behind you.
I'll probably just take a slow walk around the town a little bit and then head back to the ship just to give a bit of extra time.
As you're approaching the exit of the sewers, you just hear like scuttling noises ahead and a faint lively purplish glow out the exit where you were initially going. Go out and you see nothing round about the streets. It's got the same glow. You're like, okay, that was weird.
Was it like the what are they? The cranium rat glow.
Similar, yes.
Well, bollocks. Yeah, just probably keep an extra eye out just in case now.
Back to the ship.
Yeah, bit of a slow walk back just to buy myself a bit of time. So I get there about midday. Have my familiar sort of flying around above me, just keeping an extra eye out.
As you're making your slow walk back, let's just bump back to the ship. Anyone want to do anything of interest whilst Cloud's having his cautious stroll back?
I think Toto's just going to tell anyone who will listen all about his relationship problem.
Who is willing to listen? Raise your hand.
As he's always happy to listen.
And now with whatever equivalent of like popcorn, just going, do tell.
Go ahead. I'm all ears, Toto.
I went over there and I was on the rug and I thought it was going to be all romantic. And then she was there with her dad who owns the brothel that she works in. And she was sad and I gave her some flowers, but she didn't want them. And then I just left them there. And then I just flew back here and slept on the deck of the ship with Clover.
I give Toto a hug. All is not lost. There is still a chance.
You didn't see her. There's no chance. There's no way. I blew it.
You'd be surprised.
You think so?
Yes.
How much experience have you had with women? Be honest.
Uh,
Romantic experience.
twice.
To long-term lovers, or are we talking for the?
Yes, two long term. One I met as a child, and we grew up together till, well, I ended up getting lost and stranded on this plane. So I've not seen her in, oh, nearly 100 years. The second was a girl who I met here, who was killed during the dragon attack. The big dragon attack, not the little one you guys dealt with.
I know the one you mean.
Yes. And since then, I've not really found anyone who sings to my heart the way Lay did. But with the second one, on our second date, the scenario you just described, pictured, but the roses placed strategically on a certain area.
What, like on the doorstep, or
Nope, on my person,
like
just
in
covering
your
what
breast?
shouldn't be shown in public.
Oh, oh,
And she walked in with both her mother and father.
At that point, you see Copy, no, not fucking Copy, Clover, who's been sitting just like napping in the corner, just kind of abruptly just goes up and just goes like, "Wait, what?" In response to hearing that last bit.
And I turned so red that the father actually thought I was a fire genasi for a moment. The speed in which I got dressed was like someone had cast haste on me multiple times. The mortified look on her face as I bolted out of there. It broke my heart. But eventually, she must have found the funny side of it, and she approached me. And, well, things picked up from there till it happened.
so what you're saying is, wait,
Yes,
and she'll come to me.
give it some time, and she will approach you most likely. If not, maybe a month or so, if you feel like returning and seeing her.
I
Give,
mean, if we're leaving now, I haven't really got much choice. So
yes.
maybe,
How did you
perhaps
find the brothel in the first place?
Elspeth showed it to me.
Why not ask Elspeth or perhaps one of the guards here to deliver a letter from you to her, to apologize and say, I am leaving soon, but I want you to know my thoughts are of you, and I hope you can forgive me, and I wish to see you someday.
That's actually not a bad idea. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that now before we go,
Okay.
for sure. Thanks for the help. I'm sorry that your wives are dead.
Um, Not wives. Only one was a fiance.
I'm sorry that your girlfriends are dead.
Thank you. And remember, Tata, all love's all love has its ups and downs. You're just currently in a down, which just happens to be quite steep.
Yeah.
But going by your personality, I bet you'll be able to climb right back up. Maybe even steeper up.
I hope so. My legs are really small, so
Your legs
I
may
hope
be
it's not.
small, but your
I hope
heart
it's not
is
too
big.
steep. Alright, I'm gonna go and ride this note. Thanks for the help though.
No problem.
And I'm gonna go and write a note. Just gonna put in it like I'm leaving. Sorry, I'm an idiot. If you need me, I'll be in a mon. I'll see you when I get back. And then I'll see if I can hand it to a guard, I think, to get it sent.
Roll me a charisma check for the letter.
This is what fucked me last time.
You can do it!
Letter, right on the mushy shit inside. Oh, that's one of the guards just outside the ship. Yeah, I'll pass it to one of the boys who's heading there after his shift. Don't judge. Oh,
No
you can't
judgment
judge because
here.
of, well, you're sending this to the, yeah. So relieves the other one, takes the note, and goes, yeah, I'll deliver this, no bother. Off he goes.
Alright. I'll probably check on Elspeth, see what she's doing now that I'm not just moping around.
Yep, what is Elspeth up to?
So while those two were having a chat, I would have just gone, I'm going to take Clover for a walk, I'll be right back. And do the one thing Cloud told me not to do and walk off by myself. Not very far. I want to be just out of view of the ship, but not very far at all.
Can I hunter's mark Elspeth as she leaves?
Yeah. Marked.
Do I feel that? Or is Hunter's Mark like unfeelable?
I think it gives itself off, does it? No?
Yeah, I think it can.
Do I need to Google Hunter's Mark?
I don't think there's a safe thing for it, but I know there would be a way that you would, if you were aware of it, it would pick up like this. Oh, actually, put passive perception. What's your passive perception?
15.
A slight kind of niggle, but you're not quite sure what it is. Though, Arcana check, see if you can probably guess if it's some sort of tag. Or just finger guns towards you as you're walking by.
14.
Nothing hostile, but you're like, don't know what it is. Doesn't seem like a threat, and you've got a direwolf with you. Think.
Okay. That's why she's coming along. So yeah, so I'm just going to walk till I'm out of view of the ship, and then I am going to take from my pocket a little slip of paper that was slipped in there ages and ages ago by someone else. And I'm not going to read it, I'm not going to open it, I'm going to go, wherever you are, I hope she's looking after you, and I'm going to flick it in the air, and I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on it.
And
And then, before I go back, I'm going to look at Clover and go, what am I going to do with you? You have gotten very big. Do you want to come with
there's
me?
at you.
Do you want to come stay with me? Or I know you seemed like you were having fun at Ellie's. I don't know if you want to stay there, or obviously you can go run wild in the fields, in the forests. Can you even understand what I'm saying? Just gonna stare at her for a second.
Make a animal handling check. I was ahead a little bit to the side and kind of just like nudges you a little bit with the nose, which is about like fist size compared to just like tap.
Maybe I'll ask Toto. He's good with animals. I mean, he trained you to do most of the things you can do, so maybe he'll know what you want. So let's go back and go see if he's out of his doldrums. And we'll walk back.
Walk back and get on board the ship, you'll see Cloud kind of just boarding from the other side.
Welcome back.
Yeah, my dear. What did I tell you about walking away off on your own?
Well, technically I wasn't by myself, and I will indicate the giant fucking dial next to me. And I remained within screaming distance, although not useful if I'm silenced, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, the net is thrown, so just have to wait for a response. But truth be told, I am ready whenever everybody else is.
I'm going to look at Toto and go, I have a favour to ask, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You are very good with her, and she'll point at Clover. I'm trying to work out, because obviously she's very big. I'm trying to work out if she wants to come with us or she wants to stay. I want to know what she wants. If she wants to go run in the forest or stay somewhere else or come with us. I don't know if you'll be able to tell by asking her.
I bought a scroll. For some reason, Elizabeth bought one as well. I don't know why, but it's a speak with animal scroll. Can you use it? Do you want to use it if you can?
How about you use it? You're better with animals than I am anyway.
Okay. All right, let's give it a go. What do you want before I do this? What specifically do you want to know? You want to know if she's staying or going and where she wants to go, right?
Yeah, if she wants to stay with us and travel with us, if she wants to go run in the forest with other direwolves, if she'd rather stay with Ellie, I don't know if she'd like that very much, but if she'd rather stay there, just what she wants to do.
All right, let's give this bad boy a go. I kind of like brush off my shoulders. I pull the scroll out and I cast speak with animals.
Cool. I remember how spell scrolls usually work.
I think as long as it's a spell level under the level you can normally cast, you're okay. Anything higher and you have to make some kind of DC check.
We'll go with that. And I'm pretty sure you can cast speak with animals anyway, or use spell level equivalent. So you read the scroll, it starts making all sorts of weird animal noises, and then speak to Clover.
Hey, Clover. How you doing, doggo?
Right, well, thank you.
Whoa, this is so weird. How has everything been? Have you enjoyed your time with us so far? Are we have we looked after you well, basically?
Luxine kind of nods a little bit and goes, "You're away for a while."
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. This is the thing. We kind of just want to know what would make you happy, because things like that, and even when we don't go away and we are here with you, we seem to run into danger quite a lot. I don't know how you feel about that, but what would make you happy? Do you want to stay, carry on traveling with us? Do you want us to set you free? Um, free in the forests or wherever it is. Yeah, free in the forests and that. Or do you want to go and stay with Cloud's family again? What do you want?
Almost even while sitting down, she still towers over you because direwolf. And there's a brief moment where she kind of calls back as if like people are actually asking me what I want. Huh? Big bone would be nice.
I could do that.
And thinks for a moment. He goes, I liked my time with Ellie and the orphans, but I also kind of like absentmindedly just kind of starts looking around, going, kind of want to see more out there. It's a lot for both to think about.
I understand. It's a lot to ask. I don't want to rush you, but I don't know how long being able to speak with you is gonna last.
Make an animal handling check yourself and see if she stayed or goes.
Come on, baby. This is where my expertise comes.
I still can't believe you took expertise in animal handling.
Boom, 27.
It's almost like almost over dramatic, sort of like wind blowing through the mane kind of moment where she kind of goes, and he goes, "Where are we off to next?"
I look up at Elspeth and I say, Clover's staying.
Is
And
he
I put a
still
thumbs
talking
up.
in wolf right now?
And she just turns around and over enthusiastic just goes, "Ruff, ruff, ruff, ruff."
Toto, darling, I don't speak wolf.
I'll turn back to Clover and I'll say, all right. Um, do you have any special dietary requirements that we're not fulfilling before I end this spell?
Goes, "Yeah, I require this amount of like meat in my diet," and she just puts a paw on your head.
All right, well, that's a worry.
Takes the paw down and
But
just kind of nuzzles it, and
we'll,
you're going, "I'm kidding," but I do eat a lot because I'm like big.
I'll make sure we get you some. Do you need is like kibble okay, or does it need to be like actual meat or?
Not a fussy eater, but that's like, would you rather? Oh, what you kind of humanoids would what what other species tend to like go from? Here's kibble, and she puts the paw down kind of low, and she goes, and here's like, doesn't need to do it very high because obviously height difference between two, but you know what I mean. I'm not fussy, but
Okay, okay. Well, we get you some decent. We get you a decent amount of food.
I want to be imposed, but
No,
girls
no,
got to
not at all.
maintain the main, and she kind of like pulls back or for a bit and goes like, "Girl needs to maintain her main,
Okay, okay,
I'll keep your
okay.
strength up for hunting if need be."
Absolutely. Uh, Full disclosure: if you're going to be hanging around with us, it's going to get dangerous. If you die, I apologize in advance. Okay.
Yes, can I back up a little bit? He goes, "Oh, no, they did." But one last thing, if we're doing, back to back or back and forth, I don't know how you humans call it.
Back on back, I think.
Leans in closely and he goes, "Does Elspeth not want me around, or is that just am I getting the wrong vibe here?"
You're totally getting the wrong vibe. We're just, again, like I said before, just want to make sure that you're happy. Trust me, she wants you around. We all love having you around, but Elspeth especially.
Well, in that case, kind of coyly looks up at Elspeth, trying to look kind of half serious. At that point, I think speak with animals will be just fading off at that point. And starts to kind of almost like solemnly start to walk away on the deck of the ship as if she's about to go off. And quickly just turns around and whips round. Can't speak. And kind of just lifts Elspeth up and just kind of has her on her back and kinda goes, "Yeah, I'm kind of staying," kind of thing.
She's staying. You're welcome. We are gonna need to buy a lot more food. She gets very hungry. She's quite the diva, but a very lovely direwolf. But yeah, she's staying. She wants to come with us.
The diva does not surprise me. She was mainly raised by me.
She is quite fabulous.
I'm gonna give her a kiss on her head if I can reach it.
You try to reach up, although Elspeth's fairly tall, she kind of goes, "Okay, I'll just lean in a little bit." And a very quick sort of like on the left cheek in response.
Yeah, if you can get her a lot of food. She said kibble is fine, but meat is better, and a big bone.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. So, are we all ready to go? Where's Maka? And I'll look around, see if I can spot Maka.
Up
She
next.
has
As far as anyone's aware, they've not seen her leave.
she hasn't come above deck yet. Shall I go down and see if she's still here?
I can ask her if she's still here, actually. I will cast a message and just go, "Hey, Maka, we are ready to leave Westrun and go to Imon up on the ship's deck if you're coming with us."
There's initially silence. Then almost in a sort of like, "oh shit," freaky kind of way, she's appeared on the deck just next to you, like, "Hi, ready to go." Again, you can see the kind of, not like bags, but you can see kind of like the shadow under the eyes as if she's not slept.
Are you okay, Maka? It looks like you haven't slept in a couple of days.
Go ahead, kind of like, "I'm fine. Ready to go."
Okay, but if you can't get any sleep, please come to me. I can help with that.
I also know a couple of gentlemen in Imon that can help with that in probably a more pleasant way.
At that point, she kind of gets like a half smut and goes, maybe. But she kind of just shakes herself back to you, like, "Anyway, are we ready to go?"
Yeah, so, disclaimer. Once the little portal is open, we have 6 seconds to get through it. So, be ready to go. Are we all ready?
As ready as I can ever be.
I've been ready since before we arrived.
Yes, I'm good to go. I have everything I need.
Maka just nods her head again. Clover is just sitting there with a tail just wagging back and forth.
So, she will kneel on the floor and take out her chalk that she's going to use to do it, and she will begin to draw what should be arcane runes. However, she is drawing musical notes instead. And as she begins to sort of draw them, you all start hearing music in your heads, but each of you hears something different. So the music you get in your head it basically makes you think of Imon. So any sort of emotion that you normally get with in regards to Imon, that's what that music's making you think of. But underneath is a faint, subtle tune that makes you feel like that makes you think of Elspeth as well. So it's a case of just in case anyone's getting nasty music because they don't like where we're going. It's a case of, well, we may be going somewhere nasty, but we're all going together. And then after a while, all the musical notes will sort of combine, and then there will be a portal appear in the middle. And she will go, go!
Alonzi.
Cool.
Oh shit! I
Portal
forgot
form.
something. Give me a second.
She
me a
will
second.
pat you around the head as you walk through the door. As you walk through.
Okay, just slip through.
As you're all about to step through the portal, you just turn back and you see Maka taking an abrupt step back. Portal shuts.
So she hasn't come with us.
Yep.
Oh, that can't be good.
On
Sorry.
but not everything's doom and gloom because Elizabeth's not here. Yay!
You arrive in Imon. Shadow of the large skyport as you turn around and just see the two ships that are currently docked in it. The whole of Amon is at your footstep. A whole new city, folks. That sort of like subconscious sense of thank fuck it's over. The weight of the world is off your shoulders for like the briefest of seconds. Back to being tourists again.
Not me.
You're back home. Sort of. Second home, kinda.
Vincent better not have a brother that turns up here. I'm telling you.
At this point, you see Peter Cushing just walk by.
Oh, fuck off.
Well, welcome home. Well, welcome to my home. Well, kinda home.
Welcome
We-
to it,
That too.
Welcome to the capital.
Where the tavern's at.
Everywhere.
Perfect answer.
There are lots of them where, in particular, where you. What sort of tavern are you looking for?
So this is your city. I'm sure you've got stuff to do here. Let's do that before I get in a
Well,
in a.
considering we will most likely, we'll most likely be staying in a tavern, we should probably go and find one to at least get some rooms for now.
Sounds good to me.
What kind of tavern were you looking for?
I don't know. Do we go upmarket now that we're heroes of Westrun, or do we go somewhere of more of an ill repute? Where do you guys want to stay?
How about somewhere in the middle? Somewhere just comfortable.
comfortable is good with me. I mean, I'm more of a fan of sleeping outside, so a tavern doesn't make much, an inn doesn't make much difference to me. But wherever everyone wants to stay, I want to be with everyone.
I think I have an idea. I don't know if I'm about to make. This is Becca. I don't know if I'm about to make shit up on the fly and really annoy my DM. But I'm hoping there is potentially an inn next to a park. So there is somewhere comfortable for the rest of us to sleep in. But if Toto wishes to sleep outside, there is a park.
Hang on, let me get planning permission from the city council if I'm on. Just go, hey guys, can we get like a tavern next to an inn next to a public park? Yeah, move the water feature over a little bit. Yeah, sure. Okay.
You know,
Well,
get a nice
conveniently
little
enough,
garden.
you know, a nice little place, not too far away that will be much of a trek to get to. You do see, as you're leaving the kind of this section of the place with the sky park, this sky ship thing is located. Give me a sec.
Cloud Top District?
Yeah, the Cloud Top District. Thank you. I'm actually looking at the body page and I just overlooked the Cloud Top District a bit entirely, like a fanny, because I'm just overdone right now. Yeah, as you're leaving there, you do see that there's a new, very fancy looking establishment that's looking to be like, have its grand opening within a few days. But you go, but probably too up market for what we're looking for, and they kind of just carry on walking past it. Maybe. There are people outside kind of handing out kind of like little leaflets going, it's like, grand opening in a couple of days, come and join us.
I'll take a leaflet.
Girls are all dressed up in like kind of shades of purple and like lilac with little feathers adorning their outfits. And fun enough, as you open up the leaflet, it says the grand opening of the Lilac Feather establishment. If you kind of like event details, or it'll be like it's so and so time in the evening, three days, whatever in the calendar, what date in the calendar it is from today, blah blah blah. You know, first drinks free on the house, kind of formal dress code, blah blah blah. Kind of, oh, that's fancy. Put the note up, put it in your pocket.
Interesting.
10-15 minutes later, you find the inn next to the little, it's almost like a privately owned park, but it's been made kind of like partially open to the public. It's like, oh yeah, 2/3 of this place is open to the public. There's a little kind of private bit at the back for stuff. But the tavern is just kind of located on the edge of the public space.
I can't wait to sleep on a park bench.
I had a feeling you'd appreciate the green space next to the inn.
It's beautiful.
And for the rest of us, it's fairly comfortable rooms.
So you enter in.
Mm-hmm.
Enter in. There's music playing in the background. Let's see if I can. Note to self: gonna actually make effort to make the games again. But yeah, it's fairly busy. Nice kind of homely feel to it. It's got a lot of like customly grown tree like stumps that have been turned into like fancy chairs. Very intricately done woodwork all around. Good mix of crowd in here of like humans, elves, a couple dwarfs, the usual. There's a couple even like earth genasi even sitting in the corner, just like carving out something in the corner.
Do I recognise anybody?
A perception check. Well, no one that you would thought you would recognise is currently in this establishment.
I walk up to the innkeep and go, male or female? I don't.
Female.
She doesn't go male or female. That's Becca asking, is the innkeep male or female?
Bit
That
of a
would be
direct
so
question.
rude.
Heck, it's a construct, so it's neither.
The first little thing that comes up in a little patch is like, please select gender. Press button. Hi there. but yeah, there's a woman behind the bar, half elf, and with red hair tied back into like a triple knot. Simple attire, and she just kind of looks at you with a kind of hat with like kind of faintly red lipstick. Well, it's just like freckled, kind of going, "Hi there, what can I get for you?"
Hey, we were wondering if you had any rooms available.
I'll check the register, and she pulls it a little bit, but kind of goes, "How many rooms are you looking for?"
I will look at the others and go, how many rooms are we looking for?
Um, if, I'm guessing 2?
Yeah, we only need 2.
So when the barkeep kind of looks and goes, "So I've got the elf lady, tabaxi, elf gentleman, and the halfling," and she kind of spots Clover kind of just like in the background. He's like,
Do you
"Would
have
you
an
like some?"
outside area? If not, she can stay in the park or up in my room.
There is a kennel at the back.
I'll take it.
The woman goes, "Are you sure, sir?"
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Would you-
With the direwolf, of course.
I was about to ask if you mind sharing with Clover. And I'm gonna pat
Okay.
her on the head and go, are you okay to share with Uncle Cloud, Clover dear? Not Cloud, Toto. God.
Blimey, kicking me into the kennels. Damn!
If anyone who actually listens to this, you can tell Delta's a bit rusty, but we're getting through it. Yeah, Clover just kind of just looks and just kind of nods, just like, "Yeah, good with me." Barkeep kind of goes, "Yeah, that'll be what? How many nights do you want the rooms for?"
Ongoing, we always aim to only be in one place for a certain amount of time. It never works out that way.
He goes,
Well-
"Yeah, repeat business is always handy. I'll tell you what. How about just to kind of make things fair on us and help you guys out since you don't know how long you're gonna be here for? How about I leave it like an open tab thing? You pay an initial deposit for the rooms and
That,
always leave. Ideally, pay up."
that sounds good to me. How much were you considering for an initial deposit? And of course, how much for the rooms in general?
Oh, from what I'm looking here, one proper room and the kennel, or 2 rooms in the kennel.
2 rooms in the kennel.
2 rooms in the kennel, and she kind of just like does a little kind of math bit in the corner of the book and goes, "That will be 5 gold for the yeah, 5 gold deposit, and after that it will be a case of 5 gold day, 4 gold a day. So the short fella gets a little bit of a leeway because the kennel size, and I'm pretty sure that once your little lady here, and she kind of reaches over and kind of tickles Clover under the cheating, and there's a couple of patrons kind of looking over and going to go into that. "I thought they didn't allow dogs in here." The guy next to him goes like, "That's not a dog, dude. That's big." Just slinking in his chair with like a flag in the mail, just going, "That's big." Opposite end of the room, he's still shrinking in the back. He's like, "Ah, yes, right back." He's like, "Oh, it's only a wolf." But yeah, lady behind the bar is kind of like, yeah, so 4 gold a day afterwards, 5 gold initial deposit. We've just had some of the rooms redone, so if there's a little bit of if there's any issues, let us know.
Okay, here's the 5 gold.
5 gold, thank you. And if you just sign the register here, just does the book round. It's a little quill, dips in ink. Off on the rooms here, numbers 28 and 29.
As
And for the
he's
kennel bit at the bottom, you just see like there's a little extra bit at the bottom, which is just right dial wolf plus whatever this gentleman's name here and points to total.
as he signs it, then writes beautiful clover plus Toto half pint at the bottom for them.
Book back and goes, charming. Blows on the ink to make sure it's all dry and goes, anything else I can get for you folks?
Can you send the biggest piece of meat you can find to the kennel for our wolf?
Goes,
Like a
what's always like,
big,
gonna go, celebrating early, are we?
like what I'm looking for is like, you ever seen like a doner kebab, like that size piece of meat?
Yes, and he goes, fair enough, the chef's just done like a fresh steak, a couple of plains cow steaks.
I'll have all of them.
You know, there's like, she almost drops the quill gun, like, all of them, sir. He's just had like 12 steaks done.
Have you seen the size of this dog? I want all of them.
And she kind of like leans back in the bar and she goes, Yo, Terry. You see her voice, yeah. There's a gentleman here want all the steaks. No, really, he wants all of them. You hear like a pot just like falling over. Heavy footsteps, and there's like a gnome butcher just kind of appears. Who want all your steaks?
Me.
Sees your hand over the bar thing because he's talking to the barmaid. No one sees your hand, kind of just like me over here. Yeah, again, he's got surprisingly heavy boots for like a gnome butcher. Just to that doof, doof, doof. Yeah, like and she's pulling over a chair to kind of like stand up to look over the bar. Really want to buy all my steaks?
Look at this dog. Does this dog look like it's not gonna eat all of them steaks?
It looks up and goes, "Holy mother of ceremony!" Oh, oh. At that point, Clover just kind of just like leans in, just smelling the blood of the steak. He's like, down, go, down, and then there's that just licks the side of his face, and he's just like, "Oh, that's not going to be hygienic for the kitchen." Uh. Okay, I'll get those steaks ready. Tracy, you mind like? And you're like, yeah, no problem. I'll get it all rolled up. What about the rest of you? Because dog seems to be having a good time already. I tally this all up, and she kind of just gets the thing. It's like again doing a little bit of side math at the side of the book. Goes, 120 gold for all those steaks.
Cloud, I'm gonna need to borrow 2 gold off of you, my friend.
Cloud flicks through his bucket and pulls out a bag of 100 gold he's already sorted out and pops it on the table.
I'm just kind of looking at you guys as like big spenders. Nice. Proof. Okay, that's 100 there. What about the last 20, sir?
I'll pop the last 20 on the table.
I ordered all this meat and didn't pay for any of it.
It's my dog.
Trust me, nothing's too expensive for this one. As I scratch Clover behind the ear.
Yeah, the of the back leg just going.
I told you, we want all the meat, only the best for this pup.
Apart from one of the steaks, keep to one side for me later, please.
Yeah, it's
But
not a
one,
bad shout. I might have one of them and all. 10 steaks is enough for a big dog.
even Chloe's kind of going, yeah, have some for yourself. Kind of just like, you know, not that much of a diva dog.
Has he, Elspeth? Steak?
I'll pass on the steak this time. It's something to have when truly celebrating. And leaving a city, mm, although a big occasion, doesn't feel like true celebration to me, if you know what I mean.
Trust me, if you'd been through some of the shit we went through in that city, you'd be buying steaks.
Well, the least I can do is buy drinks.
I like it.
Within reason.
Ellsworth, you having a steak? Do you eat steak?
I do. And I will have a small one.
Okay. 9 steaks for the dog.
uh, there's a very brief moment when you just hear someone goes like, "She like, yeah, she does like meat after all," and you see this kind of really scummy looking the individual just sitting in the corner. It's like, and to be honest, I thought she'd be going for something a little bit more substantial, kind of just sizing up bigger. Elspeth turns round. Gentleman seems familiar.
Oh, fantastic. Familiar from where? Does he click when I look at him?
Make a history check, see if you can remember. There you go. I don't remember shit about this guy.
Nope.
Yeah,
Awesome.
doesn't even remotely ring a bell.
Awesome. Well, darling, if you were substantial enough, I'd at least remember you. And, sweetheart, I do not.
Almost abrupt, as there's like several people in the room just going, "Ooh, serves that guy right. He's a bit of a dick." Kind of like he gets up, kind of like sorts his shirt
Excuse
and
me,
goes,
sir. Can I
"Really?"
interest you in some water for that burn?
He's kind of just like puts his hand like goes, step aside from me, boy. Me and lady need to have a little word.
I'm pretty sure me and you do not need to have any kind of word. So how about you go back and sit back with your friends over there?
He kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, I'm pretty sure you want this word," and he kind of reaches down and pulls out.
Pulls out what?
That was a really bad place to leave it. Right now, the whole of Delaware is just imagining him pulling out his penis.
So, as a doctor, I have to say, I've never seen one that small.
Aston large.
Casting large, still the size of a pinky finger.
Ooh, psychic damage and fire damage, and it's fucking 2 turns. No supposed on the roll. But yeah, as he goes into his pocket and goes like going, and platinum coin. With what looks like an eye on it. No, actually not an eye. Sorry, I've got my fucking iconography mixed up with something else. A heart. That's what it was. I don't know where I got the fucking eye from.
A heart.
There's a little heart on it going.
Do I recognise the symbol?
You kind of think it's like, wait a minute, this can't be from right. The other establishment that you worked in.
Oh, okay. Is that an indication of he's trying to pay for me right now? Or is that them telling me that... Do I get the message, basically? What's the message that coin is sending to me?
More like, just places it in your hand and just goes like going, yeah, sorry, it was a bit overdue. And he kind of just sticks back to the table and goes like, yeah, that one's got a sharp tongue and she knows how to use it, lads. Watch yourself. kind of just jovial with all the guys at the table, and they're like, "Ah, shut it, Terry! You fucking got yourself done about." Oh, hey! Kind of just like they start riling him for obviously the fact that you slaughtered him as soon as he tried to open his mouth.
So basically, he's just paid me a debt? I'm trying to work out what's going on.
He's basically paid up a tab essentially. And you're like, okay, I didn't know there was still a tab running in it, but that's also got a few people looking, going, "Oh right, she's one of those girls."
Oh, fantastic.
Like he couldn't do it any more clearer if he cast thaumaturgy around. She's a hoe in the middle of the bar.
Alright. Elspeth's used to it by now. She'll just sort of...
The girl behind the bar is like, I wouldn't worry about it. It's not like it's like
Oh,
we're
darling.
not exactly encouraging sort of thing, but we're not discouraging, if you know what I mean. And she's like, not offense, but yeah, don't take notice of him. He pays up, doesn't cause that much of a trouble, gets a bloody nose every now and again. He's not the worst we've had in here.
Darling, I'm 160 years old. I am more than used to this. But you don't have to worry. I'm not in that line of work anymore. So this is just
Because
apparently
you don't
an
look
old
at
debt.
Oh, we got about a cross chat there. What was it? That last bit you said there?
I just said apparently this is a payment for an old debt, but I still don't remember him, so he can't have been that good.
Is there anything else for you guys while you're having whatever celebration you seem to be having here? At least 10 steaks for the for the wolf, or are you all splitting that? They are good though. Terry does he does a good job, you know, making the most of Plains Cow.
Um, what's your best bottle of wine?
He turns around, reaches up to the top shelf, and goes, "This stuff here."
And how much is it?
He, like cleans off the label and goes, "I'd go with the bottle."
Yes, the entire bottle.
I'd go for the bottle. He just puts the bottle up. Again, this place isn't exactly like the Ritz, but it's not like shithole either. It's actually quite nicely well placed establishment. Place that a bunch of adventurers can just be like throwing the dollar about and be like, "Ah, yeah, we're kings."
Yeah, I paid 5 gold for the bottle. Now, do you have anything that's very tasty that is non-alcoholic?
Got a couple of pastries. Quite nice. We've got a couple of fruit cocktails that are quite well mocktails. If he says non-alcoholic, you can even correct yourself.
Um, can you give us a list of those mocktails, please?
Okay, and she kind of goes, "Let me go find the list," and she pulls out the list and kind of, okay, so we've got the short halt special. We have the strong. We've got some strong jaw ale that's just came in, which is not so much of a cocktail, but I kind of have to mention it because we, you know, strong jaw. You know,
Sponsorships, yeah, get it.
yeah, she goes, yeah. Couple of Alexandrian sunrises. We've got what else have we got here? We've got the Whitestone Russian. I don't know what a Russian is, but I know what Whitestone is. And she kind of looks at the list, just kind of confused a little bit, going, "But we really need to update this list. It's weird."
Yes, Elspeth, are there any mocktails there you'd like the sound of?
Out of character, I don't think Elspeth's ever specifically said she doesn't drink alcohol to you.
I've just noticed when we've been at a tavern that you haven't drank, that's all.
Have we even been to a tavern together?
I think
To
so.
be fair,
even
I think I mentioned it when I went to get coffee. I was like, she doesn't drink. I don't know if she drinks coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
I am fine with just a glass of water.
If you're certain, it was going to be my treat.
I am very much certain you are fine.
Okay. But I'll remember the list for myself later. Um, can we get some glasses for the one, two? Can we get 3 glasses for the wine, please?
Sure thing. She gets the 3 glasses, pops
Thank
them
you.
down.
So, where shall we sit to wait for your sticks to come?
Beer garden. Sorted.
Ollie, wherever.
So I just go outside in the back. There's obviously the kennel bit, which is kind of separate from what they kind of quote unquote beer garden.
Yeah.
And it leads into the kind of like a small little garden area, a little bit of groundsmanship being done. Then it leads off into the main park. Chairs are all set out. The barmaid comes back and goes, "Oh yeah, if you's gonna wait over in the seating area, we'll bring those steaks out to you as soon as we've got them ready."
Lovely, thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
Can you tell the chef I'd like mine super well done, burnt to a crisp? Thank you.
Kind of does that sort of like okay, and kind of grits her teeth as she kind of like does that whole sort of like okay kind of thing. Like you can just faintly hear above everyone going, "That's a waste of a good fucking steak."
The
Just
chef is now super pissed off at you.
Toto doesn't even want it burnt. He's just being annoying.
I think the first time it was actually more case of someone bamming me up wanting all the steaks at once. The second time though, it's like, okay, you're wasting perfectly good meat here, having it char grilled, you bastard.
Toto likes his steaks burnt and his chicken medium rare. Just a little strip of pink in the middle.
Oh, oh God. Oh God. How has someone not killed Toto over his food choices?
How has Toto not killed Toto over his food choices if he's eating semi-raw fucking chicken?
Oh, it's a delicacy. You have that little pink strip in the middle. Lovely.
Cast iron stomach.
Thus, half pints are famous for our food choices and our abilities to digest anything.
A joke in there about sausage, but I'm not going to make it.
How do you have your bread?
Buttered on both sides.
But that's better than moldy.
That's good for you, you know. It's penicillin, which I don't think's been invented here. Anyway, what are we gonna do after we've eaten our steak and drank our wine? Where are we gonna go? Elspeth, this is your town. Where are we going? What are we doing?
What do you feel like doing?
I don't know. This is your territory. I've never been here. This is all new to me.
Surely you've heard something about him on that makes you want to go, oh, maybe I should have seen that, maybe I'd like to see that. I also believe you have a bow to pick up.
That is true. I do have a dragon horn bow, which is hopefully enchanted somehow. Oh, that's gonna be sweet. Other than that, I'd like to see the sea. I haven't seen the sea in a long time.
We can definitely do that.
What about you? You must have like people to see you other than your friend inside. Wink.
Yes, I do apologise. That would probably happen more than once on this trip. I do. Don't judge me any less for it.
If anything, I respect you more.
She's subtly trying to very subtly glance at Cloud, and just see how he's feeling about that whole interaction. But
What's there to judge? You're simply an old acquaintance repaying a debt.
that's a change of tone from suddenly throwing at me if I was Cloud's friend or his brothel. That's the kind of judgment I get from people a lot of the time. So
Aziz just needs to learn a few things about the ways of the world.
I won't deny that.
That's usually guy code for next establishment we find. You're going in there, boy.
Oh yeah.
So I'm told.
but yes, I should probably well, there's no should probably about it. If the children find out I'm in the city and haven't visited them, there will be hell to pay. So I do need to pop home at some point.
Not your children, right?
In a way, but not the way you're thinking.
As he gently nudges Toto and says, "Thank you. I didn't feel comfortable saying that."
It's probably for the best.
I believe there's a temple to Pelor here, which I wouldn't mind visiting.
I believe there is a temple to every legal religion in this city, so
What about Cloud's religion? That weird is stick that he prays to.
I don't know. I have a religion. Don't be foolish, my friend.
You always praying to that stick in the mornings.
No, I'm not. I'm just sorting some items out.
Because it
you-
looks like you're praying to the stick.
Are you perhaps a druid of some sort, Cloud?
Yes, let's go with that. I'm a druid.
Knew it.
by the way,
You,
oh sorry, after you.
you know, women always get kinky in the woods. You know this.
Damn right.
Wait, they do?
I've said it before and I say it again, Azzy, you've got a lot to learn about the world.
I might have a staff, but Elspeth can handle the wood.
Hey.
Elspeth will at this point look at Cloud and go, "An outdoors man, interesting."
Cloud just chuckle a bit.
At that point, you can see that there's no barmaid plus two identical barmaids with different hairstyles coming out with like their arms full of plates. Most of which are heading over to the kennel bit where Clover's just gonna be sitting there, just like wide eyed, just like, okay, now we're talking. And just lays out all the steaks for her, and is like, you guys will just get yours in a sec.
Yeah. I'm just picturing Clover turning into Gordon Ramsay for a second and saying, "Finally, some fucking delicious food."
Where's the lamb sauce?
Sorry, Sam, what'd you say?
As if, where's the lamb sauce?
Oh God.
He's taking the piss out of Gordon Ramsay.
I'm just imagining all those memes of just like this thing's so undercooked.
Now the complete opposite for Sam's food.
This thing's so undercooked that it's trying to make its way back to Thalenfala. Oh. So, the last couple of plates get plated in front of you. They top up your glasses for you, and it's just a beautiful day in the city of Vermont for you guys, just chilling out. Almost like vacation. You're just like, yeah, this is quite a good change of pace.
By the way, I guess we should say it now. Who is sleeping in which rooms?
Well, I just look at Elspeth, then Cloud, then back to Elspeth. I thought you two were. Am I wrong again?
I'm going to look at Cloud and go, I don't know, is he wrong again?
You probably notice that most of this time Cloud's sort of been scribbling on a scrap bit of parchment. He sort of looks up and just like smiles and like cocks his head a little bit in your direction.
Basically, Cloud, darling, would you rather share with Azzy or with me?
Just gives you like a really look.
I will assume you can have a room to yourself, Azzy. You're fine.
How long has it been since I had a room to myself?
You had a room to yourself last night on the ship.
Oh yes.
Wow, dude, your memory sucks.
I got distracted by other memories. A very embarrassing one at the which took up quite a lot of thought. Just smiling to Toto.
Where's my crispy steak?
At that point, you can hear the very heavy footsteps of a certain little gnome chef coming with the plate. Dumps it on the table and goes, there. There you go. There's your wasted plains cow right there.
It's good work, Terry, my man. It's good work. You done a fine thing.
I can heal him if you hit him.
He stops off, kind of muttering. He says, I could cook it any other way, and he wants it done like charcoal. It's preposterous. And he walks off. A bit of time passes, and you hear like music playing up as a kind of group of bards have just started playing in the main kind of tavern area. Yeah, and things. Pleasant afternoon. Does anyone want to do anything in particular? We move on.
I make sure Toto finishes the steak he ordered.
Steady him out, going, eat it. Just every bite.
Just like
Not be-
retch every time I take a bite. Ugh. Ugh.
You did this to yourself. You will finish it.
You get about halfway through the steak. Make me a constitution check.
Well, Cloud's just eating his perfectly cooked and seasoned steak.
Do you want to check or save him, bro?
Just a check. It's not quite got to the saving throw stage just yet, depending on how this goes.
How does Cloud have his steak?
Oh, I'm chowing down.
Oh, nice. Medium rare. Nice bit of creamy mushroom sauce over the top. Slightly peppered as well.
This is about my class. A very good combination. This is the one that like Terry was happy to put the steak down. Going, yeah, this is a man with class. You pointing to Total. You never, ever ask me for plain scale ever again unless you learn how to appreciate food. But yeah, with a dirty 20, Total's just kind of like that initial kind of like burnt kind of feeling, and then you're like, yeah, it's not too bad after the initial. Once you get through the layer of burnt meat, get to the tiny little minuscule bit of actual beef left.
Do you know
Want
what,
to try and
guys?
finish it?
Oh yeah, I want to finish it.
So you try and finish it, and now make me the Constitution saving throw because you're starting to struggle. You know, going, I can manage it. I can manage it. You get to the last little bit, put it in your mouth, swallow, go. Actually, keep it down. A little sip of wine.
Cloud gets ready just in case to move out the way.
Everyone just you see everyone at the table just gonna slowly slide back, and you just see Clover just gonna like after finishing all of her steaks in record time, just ears perk up, and you see Total just about to go. Hmm, hmm. Remind me again, Becca. Do you have a stat thing for Clover, or did we just like think we were gonna do that at some point?
I think I have one. If I don't have it on Roll20, I have it on D&D Beyond.
Quick check to see if we've got one there. Otherwise, I'll just do a random roll just for now, and then we'll fix it later. Instead of like over noticing and doing the missions down fire, help is on the way and jumping through everybody.
I do. What stat are you looking for?
Acrobatics to get without knocking everyone on their arse and destroying half the kind of like beer garden.
So +2.
Acrobatics to kind of to bounce between everybody. So plus.
Are you rolling?
Yeah, I'll just roll it.
Oh.
She doesn't have a collar on, right?
No,
But
she had the mimic was around
she
her
had the
neck.
mimic. That reminds me, yeah, the mimic's cut off. Hasn't turned into one of its really ridiculous. I'm just doing this for shits and giggles forms. It's turned and they just it was just a little kind of shawl thing that she had around her, like a makeshift collar. But as she goes to like, oh, Total's in danger. I need to go move. Her tail accidentally clips like a parasol, which knocks over, and then just as one of the barmaids is walking over with a tray of drinks, smacks the tray, and drinks just go everywhere. Like 4 people get covered in like ale and wine as she's like bumbling through the crowd, knocking people over. Eventually gets over to Total, picks him up by the collar with her teeth, runs over to where the kind of edge of where the beer garden is to the main to where the main park is. There's a shrub, and just like shoves him into the shrub, and you just hear in the distance. 2 minutes later, she comes back with him still in her teeth, and he's just sitting there with just like worth it.
Good girl, Clover.
You know what,
She back to
guys?
says she back to
All
the
in
chair.
all in all, not a bad steak.
The barmaid comes over looking not so much angry, but a little bit cross, and kind of goes, going to over to the other table. Yeah, they want those drinks paid for.
How much were they?
altogether about 10 gold pieces.
I'll give her 20 gold pieces.
Was much obliged. I'll get fresh ones on the way. She kind of like, not the huff, but kind of this like eye roll is like, this was the cost of my shift, but I'm now doing more kind of look. And with that, it's now evening time.
I'm gonna quickly ping a message mentally to Devden, the dude that runs the orphanage, and go, hey Debbie, just letting you know I'm back in the city. I will probably be popping around in the next day or so. Just to say hi.
There's a dropping shit.
He's so
Everyone
surprised
hears
to
just
hear
random
me.
crashing noises. There's just stuff falling all over the place tonight. That's about. But there's a bit of a brief, a bit of silence, and then you hear a reply going, "I'll have your room ready for when you show up." And I'm not saying a word to the kids. I think it'll be better that way.
Do not worry about the room. I will be sleeping elsewhere. But yeah, probably best not to say anything to the kids until I'm there. I may be bringing some guests with me.
As long as you vouch for them, that'll be fine, dear.
Always. Anyway, sleep well.
That's that done. Anything else from anyone?
No, I don't think so. Cloud will carry on scribbling away on his bit of parchment and having like basic chats with people, but nothing overly.
Proto, anything after your display you want to do for the evening?
Just have a couple of drinks and go and have a sleep in with the dogs.
Gets to a certain point in the evening where Clover is kind of bedded in for the night and you're just kind of nestled inside the kind of half crescent shaped direwolf kind of makeshift bed that you made yourself. Izzy, is there anything you wish to do for the evening before you all bed down?
Not that I can think of.
Is everyone going to call it an evening, go back to the rooms and just long rest?
I assume so.
Cool. Everyone goes to the rooms or places they're going to bed down for a night, and it's a night's.
Question is, which one of Cloud or Elspeth gets a headache this time?
What would that be as a save?
Tell us
As a skill as a skill check. Okay, who's performing what
Oh
tricks?
no, nope, not doing that.
Yeah, that's up to you guys before the screen face to black. What you guys get up to in your free time? Following morning,
Mhm.
whoever wakes up first goes downstairs. Breakfast has been prepared if anyone's willing for it.
I will take some breakfast.
Go to the bar to get make the order, and you see it's at the one of the other identical barmaids, but with instead of the three knot in her back of her hair, it's only two buns that she's got. Same general look, red hair, freckled, pale complexion. He goes, what can I get you?
Just some toast and a glass of water, if you would.
I'm just take a seat. I'll bring it over to you. Will your friends be long down, or are they sleeping in for the day?
I do not know. They will turn up when they turn up.
Well, breakfast is served until just after noon, so we'll see how. If they need anything, just give us a holler.
Will do. Thank you very much. If Cloud was still asleep when she left the room, she wouldn't have woken him up. She would have left him sleeping.
You will shot of the room. He's all like practically like stuck to the wall, just like, oh fuck, no. This is what I missed out on with those headaches.
That's assuming they even did anything.
Assuming a lot. Anyone else wish?
Oh yeah, Cloud definitely would have made it interesting that night.
Woo! That ship's finally managed to depart the harbour. Whee!
Or arrive in the harbour, technically.
True.
And you guys are just taking your first official full day in Neimon. How do you wish to proceed? Where do you want to go? You gonna go full tourist and start just kind of like running around finding stuff? Are you gonna go to the orphanage already? You gonna go out this place, that place? Come on, fresh city, go! That's the end speak for the gloved hand and like Smash Bros. Just kind of like slowly edging you out, going do things,
Go and
do
enjoy
things.
an adventure. Well, I am most happy to play tour guide, so anything in particular anyone wants to see or anything you think you'd like to see, I can guide. I know, obviously, Toto, you have your bow to pick up. I don't know if anyone's got any friends or family they want to visit.
About the bow picking up thing, obviously, it's a bit tense in the. It's going to be tense, the meeting. You know, she might be there. He's going to be there. What I'm thinking is that
Bring popcorn.
we all go in and you just kind of big me up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the leader. And you're all like my subservients, my underlings. Yeah.
But Toto, darling, you are the leader.
And I unfortunately can't cast enlarge.
I don't need to be any bigger. He knows how big I am. He's my brother. He's pretty much the same size as
Yeah.
me.
To be fair, Azzy, that surprises me. I assume it's a spell you would need to know.
Oh,
I've not had need for it at all, so
Oh, when you've got a big base hand to use on yourself. Sorry, I had to chip in.
Life clerics don't get that either.
we've got a bard in my real life game that keeps giving arcane hand jobs. And
Right, so Bigby's hand, mage hand, and unseen servant.
oh,
It's a kind of magic.
Welcome to Delta Group.
oh,
Because face of a man with magic hands has got a whole new meaning now.
The man with the Midas touch.
Right, I'm gonna start working on a new spell, the Minus Touch.
I think that there's going to be like a homebrew gesture. It's basically like jazz hands means a whole new thing. Anyway, before we dig this hole any deeper,
oh god, I just realized spiritual weapon can take the shape of anything you think of.
You're going to go Saints Row the Third on me here?
Yeah.
Just like full on betrayal whack.
If we're going
Oh.
with magic tools for self pleasure, it might as well. Oh,
Jesus
God.
fuck. Okay, getting my head out of the gutter. So you're all gonna go pick up the bow first. Or
Well, if it's going to be tense, Toto, should we at least get that out of the way so it's not hanging over our heads and we're worried about it?
Yeah, and I mean, it shouldn't take us long. It's not one of those things that first we're picking up a bow and then all of a sudden we're in the fucking astral city. So let's go and pick up the bow first
You
before we
say
do
that now.
anything. Oh yeah,
True.
but
You've just jinxed us, Toto dear.
If we end up in the astral sea because of this, I'm blaming you entirely, Toto.
you know what? I'll put my hands up to that. Fair enough.
Should we go pick up some fishing gear then?
Probably should.
But yeah, we can go get your bow. It should be near Gilmore's shop as well, so we can drop in there.
Good shout.
your DM wishes. Oh shit! I should have practiced my Gilmore impression.
What's Gilmore's first name?
Sean.
That's it.
I remember telling somebody, someone read that up, and I went, "His fucking name is Sean." You're like, why not?
I like that in the episode where Sam's like, his name's Sean.
No wonder he prefers to be called by his second name.
But yeah, we can go and pick that up now if you want. If everyone's okay with that.
Definitely.
Fine with me?
Alright, sweet.
Anyway, I'm guessing you're going to keep the rooms on tab just in case. You're going to be like, okay, so that's your 1 day's deposit thing paid up, and book's still open. Barmaids kind of give you that sort of like, all three of them appear behind the bar and just going to like, bye, have a nice day, all in tandem.
Before we leave, I'm going to speak to the barmaids and I'm going to say, right, Terry the gnome, tell him he needs a few tips on his breakfast. And I'm going to give some really terrible breakfast cooking advice before I leave and tell him to pass it on.
So this is how Toto's going to die, pissing off a chef.
I think we need a new place to stay.
I don't know why all of a sudden I've got a vendetta against this chef. But
Elspeth technically already has somewhere else to stay.
One of the girls kind of goes, "Do we tell him? Do we?" And one of them hears like something. Brain goes, "I think you heard, sir. If you really want to like go away for a little while, we recommend you return later." And then you hear the heavy footsteps like, "Where is he? Where's the cheeky little shit?
I'm just going to run.
Get back here, you little prick! You're not as little as me, but I'll fucking do." And he's just like screaming at you as you are just like heading out.
Cloud stands there for a moment thinking about a gnome and a halfling fighting, and just pictures that fort because it'll be funny as shit. Two little midgets.
I'm genuinely picturing like a garden gnome having a square go with Frodo Baggins. I don't know why. But yeah, it takes you a good little while traversing the streets of Amon before you eventually get to Toto's Brothers' place of business. It's like a full, like not a factory front with the blacksmith at the back, but you get the idea. Kind of like it's a little bit like a little office block in front of it, and then there's like the kind of workshop area at the back.
On the
Go in
way,
and stuff.
I will quickly cast message to Cloud and go, by the way, I made Toto a promise if I start fawning all over him, it's me keeping a promise.
You hear back? Don't worry. This should be funny as all hell.
So you go in, and there's the kind of bookkeeper at the front going, "State your name and your reason for visit." Kind of older dwarf, just kind of sitting there, by just like behind like the desk.
His name's Toto. Half pint. I'm hear about Bo. Pretty special Bo. If you could just call that up for me, make it snappy.
Kind of just gives you that look and goes, "Okay." Gets up off the chair, it's like creaking a little chair. Orders off. Comes back and goes, the boss says you just need to go up to the main office and he'll get it ready for you.
As you were. And I'll just start walking up. I'll call everyone to come with me.
Up to the main office. He's got his name plaqued on the placard on the door. Just chap, chap, chap. And you go, "I'm quite busy right now."
I think you're going to want to open the door. So I put whatever it is you're doing away. I'm coming in. I just open the door.
I
I
wouldn't
walk in.
advise it, and he opened the door and there's a tabaxi giving him a head behind the desk.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Again, really? What is
He's
it
just
with
like,
you and tabaxis?
he's just like,
Jesus Christ, man.
he's just like, his face is just gone just bright red. The tabaxi's just like, "Okay, just wait." Really?
Do I
You
know
didn't
the
think to lock the
tabaxi?
door?
Do I?
Cloudy, lock the door for me.
Rebecca, what you going to say?
I was gonna say, do I know the tabaxi?
Make a history check. See if you.
Nope.
You go, "I thought I recognised that lady, but she turned out just to be another tramp." No.
Must be a
Yep.
new addition to one of the houses.
You're like, "Nah, she must be just like not even like women's club, not even like brothel. Just she must be like, she must be like just like one of the ones that just appears in a corner every now and again. A stray, probably." And she kind of just looks at it and goes, "You getting more people involved in this?" Or she's like, "No, just get the fuck out of the office. Just go. Just take your money and go." Sitting there just like giving like try to give Toto a stink eye, despite the fact that the situation is not looking good for him.
I'm going to kind of bow, the kind of nod to her as she leaves. And that's it. It was a pleasure to meet you, man.
Pleasure was all his until you walked in. And she just grabs her stuff, puts her bag over her shoulder, and just walks out. Instead of just like
Alright.
going, "I could have waited a little bit longer to get your fucking thing.
I
Not
don't think you're in
finished
any
yet."
position. I don't think you're in any position to tell me what to do. Where is Doreen anyway? She clearly doesn't hang around the office very often.
And he's basically just going like Scarlet here. He's just like, "She's away to Whitestone for a couple weeks handling arrangements, and you really didn't give me a lot of time, did you? Did you? No, you just had just no." He's getting really frustrated. Still got his trousers on his ankles, but he's
Right. You couldn't have been that busy if you were having a break.
trying
Except,
to argue back, but he's just like, "He's got me there," kind of things going through. Visually going through his head, going, "Yeah, you've got me there," kind of. And he's struggling to find words.
so the bow's ready.
Give me until tomorrow, and I'll have it finished.
I thought it was gonna be finished today. Come on, man.
Uh,
What is
Truth be
this all?
told, he did say tomorrow, but you know,
Oh, we can leave it another day, I guess, but
I think our
I'm
trip
not
here was
happy about.
worth it.
Oh, I definitely agree. Um, so
You always were the premature one at the pair out of us. Is the only kind of thing he gets out from between his teeth. Is like that you always were the premature one.
Oh, I disagree with that entirely.
have you met Elspeth, my love slave?
Mm, Well, at least Toto was probably a bit more of a mouthful. I mean, handful than you are.
Listen here. I need that bow tomorrow. Tomorrow. If it is not here tomorrow, some big bad secret's gonna come out.
Oh, see if I don't, you freaking dare! No, no, no! It'll be finished by tomorrow. You've already pushed me enough with this.
Oh, you pushed it. Do you know what? You're a fucking piece of shit. Just give me that bow. I want that bow. I want the bow. I want it now. I'm not getting it now, so I want it tomorrow.
Otherwise, we'd hate to have to show. Sorry, what was the woman's name, Doreen? This, and Elspeth will cast Major Image, and it will just be 2 images of him with the 2 different Depaxes he's been with, doing what she's seen him doing.
I'm just looking at the gif at the bottom here. This fucking crazy frog thing. What the fuck? Oh, man, I'm pretty sure someone just what the fuck is that? Scroll up. I
It's
can't
an
look at
illusion. It's a major image, so it's an illusion.
it. He's just looking at it and just like, you'll get tomorrow, and that'll be the end of it.
Has he got anything nice on his desk? Like any like cigars or even just like a nice pen?
Got a very finely done pen on his desk.
I'll
He's
just
also
pick it
got
up and I'll just put it in like my breast pocket. I'll take that.
a little
Nice
statue
seeing you,
he's
bro.
got on his desk.
No,
It
it's not
looks
like one of them like fertility idols, is it?
thankfully not. It's actually like a little hammer with a gear as the head part of it on just like embedded on his desk.
I pick it up and I throw it to Cloud. I
Try and
just
pick it
say, "You
up.
think
It's
you can
fixed
get?"
to the desk.
Oh, it's fixed to the desk.
But do me a favor, make me just general dex check as you go to handle it.
As he goes to pick it up, would I be able to cast guidance on him?
Go ahead, just because why not?
So you can add a 1d4 to that.
$16.
Guys, you're just like, oh, I'll take this, and when you go, oh, this isn't, coming up, lifting up. As your hand goes up, the kind of handle of the hammer on it, you feel there's like a little turn dial on the base of the hammer's handle. Turn it,
Oh,
and then you hear a very subtle click, and his eyes just go wide.
what is this?
Otto, no, no, you've got enough dirt on me here. You're getting your bow. There's no need to this to go. No, just go.
Azzy, Cloud, do I pull the trigger on this?
I think it's more a level than a trigger.
Try to reach over, and I'm going to do a thing here. Hold on. to reach over, and then obviously he's still got his trousers on his ankles and falls flat in his face behind the desk. Don't you dare! Down he goes.
Oh, I trigger it. I want to see what this is.
At that point, you just kind of grab hold of the hammer handle and pull it back, and funny enough, the little gear acts like a lever. Like, a very sort of sudden, like a bolt moving from underneath his desk. Look under, and you see him just kind of like hiding in a little kind of covey hole underneath his desk, just going, no, 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 just no, 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 no.
What we got here? What you been hiding? What you hiding from? Oh, come on, I'm your brother. We
No, no, no,
you share and share
no,
alike.
no, no, no. Swear by all the gods, this is not what you want to get involved in here. No, 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 no. And he just like hands up, just like, no, you're not getting in here. No.
Can I insight check him to see if he's actually like scared of us going in there, or if he's just being an ass because he doesn't want Toto to be in there?
Insight check him.
14.
Combination of he's been a complete and absolute dick, and there's something in there he does not want you to see. Other than that, the specifics you cannot gather.
So what shall we do, Toto?
Somebody grab him. I want to have a look what's in there.
I will hold person him then.
Wisdom save, I believe. $14.
Nope, does not say if he is held.
Held. And I'm assuming someone will just kind of just like shoo him out the way.
He won't struggle if you pick him up now.
Gently moves him to the side.
I'm
Toto
taking a
likes
look.
that spell.
Freaky.
I'm just kind of going. As he's getting like rolled out the way, still trousers on the ankles and everything.
As he watch out for that, it could go off at any second.
As you can see, the kind of like false panel that's moved out of the way and underneath his desk.
I'm gonna take a look. What's in there?
Open up. There is a bag of assorted gems, a notebook of some description that's got like a little kind of like key locked binder on it. Two jars of very familiar looking oil. And that's about pretty much it where he's got in here. Oh, and plus there is a similar into the style of the like finishing rapier that he had given that he made for Miranda ages ago that you've seen her carrying on a belt. He's got like a slightly bigger than a dagger but shorter than a short sword looking weapon that's just stashed in there just as like in case you need one kind of thing. And that's about it. And he's just sitting there, just like, just like, still can't move, but you can tell he's just like screaming
I
at you.
think he's saying, "Open the book. Open the book."
We'll keep hold of all this stuff, just as insurance, just to make sure I get my bow tomorrow. You get it back. We'll just look after it, for a night or however long it takes.
Should
It's
we?
nice to see you again, brother. I
Oh,
think we should just leave. I think
of that,
I think we've done enough.
of that mind, Toto. Should we return it to his home instead of his workplace?
Perhaps that would be best. All right, everybody. I think it's time we leave. Elspeth, feel free to drop that spell once we've left.
Of course.
Goodbye, big brother. I'll see you tomorrow. I just walk away.
Walk out like a champ, just walk out. Everyone else follows.
Once
And
I'm
I'm
60
assuming
feet away, I'll drop the hold person spell.
as you go downstairs, you just see the dwarf behind the counter again, just going. Good visit, was it? Completely oblivious, just like.
Yes. I think we've got everything sorted for today, and I'll see you tomorrow, my friend. Good luck.
Yeah, gives a thumbs up without looking up from the book.
As soon as we get outside, I'm going to start pissing myself laughing.
I knew I should have brought popcorn. That was.
Dude, for real though, Cloud, I'm going to need you to pop this lock on this notebook later. We are definitely reading this. This is diary. Might have
No
some sort
problem.
of juicy confessions in there. It's going to be hilarious. All right, I think I'm done for today. Anywhere else you guys want to go?
Do you want to go to the temple, Azzy?
Yes, if you don't mind showing me the way.
Okay, I can certainly do that. I assume I know where the temples are.
Yeah, you know where the temples are.
Yeah. So I will take him to his temple.
In the Emblem Temple District.
Yeah.
I love it when you go to like, where's that fancy ass location, and you go Temple District. Okay. Some of them have really fancy names and they're quite cool, and then it's just like Temple District. Okay.
Yeah, a city can have really creative naming. Then it comes to religious places. What shall we name that area? Just name it the Temple District.
So I will lead him to the temple of Pelor. Pelor?
Pelor.
In there, and you arrive at the Temple of Pelor, all in its majesty in front. What do you wish to do whilst you're at the Temple of Pelor?
Well, I'm going to go in to offer my prayers and whatnot. Do any of you wish to join me?
I will pass. I will leave you to it. I may take this time to pop home.
I looked to Cloud and Toto. Would either of you care to join me?
Religion's not quite my thing. Cloud's gonna start rolling up a cigarette out of the smoke he's still got.
Who's have a blunt?
Yep,
Yeah,
I've got 2 baggies of smoke.
got plenty of smoke.
Looks to Toto. I'm going to guess you don't wish to join me either. It's fine. Where should I meet you after I've done with my prayers?
How about we come back here? It'd probably be the easiest way.
Okay.
Means you're unlikely to get lost in the big city by wandering around by yourself.
Toto, do you care to join me for prayers here?
You know what? Prayers isn't really my thing. I'm just gonna hang out. Just chill. But you go ahead.
Okay, then I shall see you all soon then. And as you will head in and just meet some of the priests and clerics and the paladins and just go and offer his prayers like he would normally at his temple in Westrun.
Go in, the various prayers have been done. There's actually representatives from other temples nearby who are also kind of meeting in the initial courtyard and just discussing stuff. You go in, do your prayers. Do me a favor, make me a perception check as you're just like walking by a group who are seem to be having a bit of a very intense conversation.
17.
Well, I mentioned about a very nasty incident that happened the night before, not too far from the edge of the temple district. Rather unholy and unspeakable. Yet are talking about it that kind of way.
Yep. Excuse me, I couldn't happen to but to overhear your conversation just. I've only just arrived here in the capital, and I was wondering, could you tell me more about this so that hopefully it doesn't happen to me or my traveling companions?
The gentleman you speak to is turned around. He's got like a Will Riker looking look to him with bits of like fine clothing. Goes, well, citizen, there's a bit of an incident just on the edge of the temple district. A young woman was murdered, and not far from where her body was found, there was another gentleman who was indeed murdered in a similar fashion. Pretty gruesome display. A lot of blood involved. Sigils drawn on the ground and nearby areas. Looks pretty nasty, and some of the iconography was unpleasant.
Oh dear. Thank you for the information. I shall pray that it happens to no one else and that whoever committed these acts is caught soon.
I hope the Dawnfather watch over you. Okay, he goes back to the group he was talking to.
After that, as he will head out, look around, see if he can spot any of the others. If he can't, he'll just curiously wander into another temple because he just wants to see what the other temples are like.
There is the rules that are. It's all the kind of dominant religions in Taldori that these guys have all got here. They've got the Lawbringer, the Platinum Dragon. We've already seen Pelor's, which is a kind of relatively smaller one. There's also the Storm Lord, the Wild Mother, and far off into the like as the way the temples are arranged. The one sitting in the dark corner of the temple district is, of course, the Raven Queen's little obsidian glad temple as well. Oh, star next to same DM's favorite, but yeah, they're all various designs and shapes and sizes. It's quite sights to behold. Even people who are not entirely of the religious persuasion are all kind of like gathered going, at least they look cool.
Simply due to the fact of the recent encounter he's had, he's going to wander into the Platinum Dragon's temple.
Okay. You wondering?
Yes.
There's the heavily armored clad watchers in the temple. And there's someone with like the kind of platinum shawl robe kind of combination walks over and goes, "May I help you, sir?"
Oh, I'm just curious, I'm a follower of the Dawn Father, but I recently had an encounter with a dragon, and I just wanted to learn more about them, and I thought, what better place to learn about dragons than a temple that follows one?
Well, certainly is a sound final logic, and he kind of pulls a chair and goes, "Have a seat." So, what kind of dragon and where did you encounter it?
Um, Red and the Astral Sea, I believe.
He just goes, spits out a drink. He was about to take a sip out of it and goes, "You astral sea, and you encountered the red dragon. Bad. Do
I
tell.
managed
Do
to kill it.
look to you blankly as if like you.
In fact,
Was
my
it?
ranger friend killed it with an arrow to the ass.
Just looking at it as if like, okay, this went from a serious conversation to, are you talking shite? Kind of look in his face like, what?
No, I'm being quite honest. What was his name? Started with an M. Uh, yeah, this is Azzy actually trying to remember the name. Can I roll a check to see if Azzy remembers the name?
Astro check, if you wish, to try and remember the name of the dragon you killed.
15.
Magmadar the Red.
I believe he was called Magmadar the Red.
Very inventive name for a red dragon, being called the Red. But he kind of sits back and kind of goes, "Today you and your compatriots traveled to the Astral Sea and killed this particular dragon."
Yes, we traveled there originally to save citizens of Westrun who had been taken in a Gif Yankee raid. And in
Holds his
doing
arms as you're talking, just like, Continue, continue."
whilst there, we encountered this dragon who seemed to have taken control of the Gif Yankee. When freeing the citizens of Westrun, we ended up battling the dragon and somehow killing him. Unfortunately, we were in a rush to escape the place, so we couldn't collect any of his remains as actual proof. But yes, from that encounter, I thought that was an unpleasant experience, and if possible, I like to try and avoid that kind of dragon again. So I thought it's probably best to learn about what kind of dragons are good to interact with and how best to avoid the ones that aren't.
This guy's been listening to you and he's been kind of like sunk back in his chair, arms folded, and goes, "I can understand your further logic, yes. Probably, yeah. Red dragons as a whole, not to speak ill of their kind, but are not the most pleasant of beings, and probably are best avoided."
True. Best avoided. Even better beheaded.
He goes, "Now, I assure you, sir, I might be a follower of Bahamut and the Platinum Dragon, but please, this is not a matter to take lightly.
Oh,
In fact,
I
if you
do.
will excuse me a moment." And he gets up from his chair and starts to walk off somewhere.
Yeah, as he just nods his head and waits.
Moments go by, nothing happens. Nothing go by. Oh, you hear a very abrupt clank on the table next to you, and you just see this gold armored halfling woman just standing next to you going, "So I heard you just killed a fucking red dragon.
I battled
Hi."
one. Hello. Azzy Sunblessed, pleasure to meet you. And I battled it. I didn't deliver the finishing blow myself, though.
Huh? Yeah, there's that whole sort of like revolving hand thing. Is like, keep talking.
I literally go over all the details that Azzy can remember of the raid on the Gif Yankee camp and battling the adult dragon and the two young dragons.
Make a persuasion check. See if you can convince us that you're actually talking truth. They're sitting there going, "This is quite a tall tale you're spinning here."
11.
Rolls her eyes back and goes, "Father Atrium, he's talking shite."
Um,
And the old guy comes back and goes, Kuma, I could have sworn he was telling you. He says, I come for a visit and this is the shit you hit me with. Really?
Lady Kima.
He turns back and goes, aye, that would be me.
Oh, I've heard many tales of you. You're actually taller than the tales describe you.
Okay, she kind of sinks back at the arm a little bit with that height comment and goes, funny, I've never heard of you until now.
Well, I'm not famous, and to be honest, I I'm still not famous. I'm an okay healer from the Temple of Pelor in Westrun, but other than that, I'm not that well known. If you believe my story to be lies, there is no way I can change your opinion on that. I can only tell things from my point of view. If you wish to meet my companions to hear their side of the story, I can introduce you.
But I think I'll try and find time on my brief visit here to kind of pen in time for these tall tales involving dragons, considering the fact that I know people who have done that
Yes,
more and then more on Bond on top of that. So yeah, if you're going to talk shit about all the flying about killing chromatics, yeah, I think you probably need a bit more of convincing than that because that seems a bit of a tall order for no offense, and she can just like points up and down at you.
oh, none taken. To be honest, if I was set in your position, I probably wouldn't believe it either.
But yeah, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go and go back to what I was doing before the old man dragged me away with tales of someone slaying a red dragon these days. If your friend happens to drop by and you can somehow convince me, good on
My,
them. Until
my
then,
friend is
bye.
crafting
And
a
she takes
bow made out of a red dragon horn.
says, great, would love to see it when if it's true. And she just like takes the sword and puts it over her back and goes, until then, and just
Okay,
walks away.
I shall see you tomorrow.
The guy just kind of looks at you as if like, I don't think she's convinced.
I don't blame her. I can understand the story is, well, well, if I were to look at it from a different point of view, crazy, but as it's true, at least from my point of view. But if you have teachings on dragons and whatnot, I'd love to see them, study them at least. And
Looks at
as you,
you and
and
strokes his
as you
beard a little bit and kind of goes, well, I can have a look. And he kind of goes and gets a book and kind of like pulls up a going, uh, there's two particular books he's got in his hand. One's obviously got uh, like a faint metallic shimmer to it, and the other one's got more just like a general color binding to it. He's like, you would probably take this one. He pulls out the colored one as he goes to the metallic one. He goes,
to be honest, I'm more interested in the metallic because I've heard good things about metallic, not so much about the chromatic. I'd rather learn about dragons I could actually interact and converse with rather than have to flee or fight for my life with.
points to the corner of the kind of not reception, but kind of like open foyer, and kind of goes, "Well, you can take the book over there and have a quick read through if you wish."
Thank you. As he will do that, you will have a quick read through, just burn some time before heading back outside to try and find everyone else.
Cool. As we come out from that, who else has got things to do? I think it's Elspeth next or Cloud next.
I will turn to the others and go, do either of you want to accompany me home? You're more than welcome.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Taking home a pair of ruffians like us home. Should know better.
He will just be surprised I'm bringing anyone home.
Of course.
I mean, I missed out on Cloud's family. I might as well meet you.
Well, as close as I get to family anyway. And I'll start walking off in the direction of my home.
DM is just quickly trying to find the notes on the character.
Do you want
Give
me
me
to
one.
resend it to you? I can probably pull it up pretty fast.
If you've got it handy, please. I know it's in here somewhere, but it just tends to get it's with usual because it's chat stuff that gets buried after a while.
There you go.
You. Approaching the orphanage.
Mm-hmm.
So as it's been spruced up a little bit since the last time Elspeth was around, but it's pretty much the same old, familiar stomping ground.
They have repainted. Been about longer than it should have been since I've been home. So I will warn you, the children tend to get slightly excited. So maybe a stampede, might want to stand back. And then I will walk up the stairs to the front door and just open it and pop my head in and go, hi, I'm home.
Initially, nothing, no noise, nothing at all in here.
I'll step in the door and go, Devon, are you home?
Perception check. As you walk in, kind of like, okay, why is this place eerily quiet? You can just catch at the corner of your eye a couple kids hiding behind like furniture.
Well, it seems like no one is at home right now, so I guess I should just go back to where I came from. Bit of a wasted visit, but I guess I can come back in a year or two. Maybe they'll be here. And I'll act like I'm going to walk out the door again.
At that point, you hear something getting like chucked down like a hallway just to kind of make noise, as if like, oh, shit, we're taking our attention. Yeah, but a little ball just like, dunk, 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 dunk.
I will wink at Cloud and Toto and go, well, I wonder where that noise came from. I'd best check to make sure there is not someone in here that shouldn't be, and I will start walking towards where the ball came from.
As you get to where the ball stops and you pick it up, yeah, just a simple little kind of bouncy ball kind of thing. Suddenly you just hear the kind of like rumbling and just like suddenly like wah! Just like dozens upon dozens of children just kind of just like piling out of every little shadow in the room.
I will start giving all hugs and kisses and just like, hi, hi. seeing if there's any new ones, making sure the ones that were here last time I was here are all okay.
As you just like check, everyone's all bigger than obviously the last time you've seen them, all mature looking, and just like, oh, everyone. And you just see at the top of a sort of flight of stairs, just kind of looking over the bag, going, "So you're home?"
Yes, I am.
That's making me down the stairs and goes, "And you brought the friends, as you says,
I
gentlemen."
did.
He gives a slight nod to Total and Cloud.
I will go. Cloud, Toto, this is Devon. Devon, this is Cloud and Toto. I do have other people I'm travelling with, but they are all indisposed.
Cloud just nods and say, pleasure.
Toto do the same. Alright.
Standing there with the arms kind of folded behind his back and goes, "So, how long are you going to be in the city for?"
Goodness only knows. We were only meant to be in Westrun for like a week, and we ended up there like, well, technically 2 months, not actually 2 months.
Like she kind of like, "Say what?" And then you kind of just like, "Anyway, you can tell me about it anyway. I could. We've got a light lunch prepared if she's interested in sharing some of your tales of your 1 week turned into 2 months or whatever else you've been up to."
That would be fantastic if you don't mind, and I will actually walk up and just hug him.
It takes a second. He's just like the arm just kind of clamp and goes like that. I can't even pretend to not be interested. Like, come here, and he almost lifts you off the ground, just like, "So good to see you again, my dear."
I'm sure I say every time I will make it less amount of time, but I never manage to.
And the hands go across your face. Goes, every moment's it's like a can't even eat that, getting excited, can't even speak straight. He's like, says, you know what I mean anyway. He goes like, he walks over to Cloud and Total and goes, "Gentlemen, nice to meet you. I'm Devon."
Pleasure to meet you, Devon. I'm Cloud.
Toto half pint. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise, gentlemen. Like I says, light lunch if you are interested. Just follow me.
Never say
He
no
goes,
to an
"Kids,
offered
out back, playtime, do what you wish. Just don't break anything or get into too much trouble." And you see them all kind of like that weird kind of unison thing that children. He goes, "We won't," and they all just kind of just funnel away out the back.
As they walk away, I'll call, "If you're good, we may end up in the music room later."
Like a cheer as they all run out.
I will turn to the other two and go, "Well, those were my children. Well, one day they'll be my children."
Yeah, they didn't go up there like the kitchen. Puts a little apron back on. He's like, was in the middle of making lunch, so she'll forgive me if I, have to focus a little bit. And he's just like thinking like very fancy looking kitchen knife, and just like if you'll just like excuse me, and he starts like doing up like all sorts of like just little lunch parcels, just in a flurry of motion. He's like, "So tell me everything. It's been a while since I last seen you, and I've no doubt you've been up to all sorts of peculiar adventures."
Oh, you know me, I like to keep myself out of trouble.
He kind of just flicks up like a tomato like you go, "Bullshit. Don't lie to me, young lady."
I do believe you're the one person in my life that I can't actually successfully lie to. I need to get better at it.
Pretty good to get past me, dear. And he kind of just like again starts playing about with the kitchen knife, and then gets back to preparing all the lunch parcels.
I'll start helping him. I'm assuming she'll have done this before, so.
Yeah, it's just simple, just like a case of just making all the kids' lunches, just like little bits of like, here's a little bit of this, that, a little bit of fruit, kind of just Arthur didn't hand him all.
I'll indicate to the table in the kitchen and go, have a seat, guys.
And then he goes, "You gentlemen have any preference for lunch? I've got a few different things back here. Drink, possibly. Nothing too heavy. I don't have, but I can make do."
Whatever you've got is fine.
Whatever is offered is appreciated.
If you'll excuse me, my dear, I can just like shimmies past it. Elspeth opens up a nearby crate and goes, takes a look at the bottle and goes, "Yeah, this should count for an occasion." Pours a couple of glasses. Here you go, gentlemen. Idea. It kind of just takes like from the top shelf, not the fridge, but you know, kind of like a cooler, and kind of goes, "Sparkling water as always."
Thank you so much.
Or it kind of gives you a kind of knowing look as he says, "As always."
As always, don't worry.
After a while preparing our lunches, he set his own one little aside, modest little lunch, and brings over Toto and Clouds and goes, "Hey, gentlemen, grand old feast. I'm sure you've probably earned over your tenure with this young lady, but
What do you mean I'm an angel?
oh, it says young lady. Pretty sure if I call it, if you constituted for an angel, the divine gate would be opening right out, going, come on." But alas, and he looks up and goes, "Not happening." He gives you a little nudge with the elbow and goes, "Anyway, have a seat and I'll be back." And starts taking like
No.
trays full of the lunches outside.
No, you sit down. You sit down. I'll take it out. You do it every day. I can do it now I'm here. And I'll start taking the stuff out to the kids. Leaving Devon with the boys for now.
Just sits there, just modest fella kind of going, "So, tell me a little bit about yourself, guys." Not to, force the issue, but just know who's getting to know my little Elspeth over here.
So I'll just awkwardly look at Tartar.
Elspeth is loving this.
You first.
Well, what is it you're wanting to know?
I'm not trying to pry. I'm just trying to know, how did you meet Elspeth? How long have you been traveling together? Anything particular stories that you're willing to share?
Well, what is it, about a month, 6 weeks, give or take, we met Elizabeth.
That depends on what
Uh,
timeline you're going on. There was that weird 2 month
oh
thing.
yeah.
Anyway, carry
For
on.
us, it was, yeah. They just made it confusing. But yeah, we've known her 2 to 4 months, something. But yeah, so we met down in Stillbend. Just doing a few odd jobs here and there, and we travelled up to Westrun, sorted out a few more other bits and pieces, rescue some children, helped out during the attack, then went off and helped some people who were taken up during the attack, and came back, and yeah.
Just sitting there, just sipping on a little glass of wine, just hearing every word, just taking it all in, just silently nodding, just like, yeah, interesting. Ooh, like just soaking it all in.
Do you have any fun stories about Elspeth
He
as
goes,
a child?
As he's just thinking of something, goes, well, let's see, what do I begin? That's kind of going over as like, in fact, you know what? I'm going to wait until she's in earshot for some of these because her reaction should be priceless. And he kind of looks out and sees what you're doing outside with the kids.
I'm just giving them all their food and going, if you want time in the music room later, all of it eaten, do not leave the vegetables or the fruit, and I will know if you do, because I've been learning Devden's tricks, so.
You know, you get that kind of half huffy kind of look as they're eating, like, you know, a banana or something. Just like, Like, yeah, you know, me. Thought she was the fun one. Eats a carrot.
I am the fun one. That's why you're getting a reward for eating all your food and not just getting told to do it. And I will walk back into the room with the others. Oh, Devden, apparently I'm the fun one.
He goes, oh, what? I've mellowed in my years. He looks back at the boy and goes, you need to be a disciplinarian when there's about 50 kids running around at least. I'm a little bit old in my years. And he looks back at the chest and goes like, not that I'm old.
Oh no, definitely not. Just close to death.
Close, but not close enough.
Oh no, too
He goes,
close. I do not want charge of this place just yet.
oh yeah, but that funny story. Yeah, there was that one time where our young lady over here, kind of like, sorry, yeah, goes, yeah, there was that one time when she was about what 5, 6, where she could have just like sleepwalked, like with nothing on down like the bottom end of the street. Don't know how she got out to this day, but the neighbours kicked up a certain amount of stink. It was a thing, if not terrifying incident. There was that time of when she fell out of the tree, first discovering the fact that she can do things with her voice, when she made some dumbass remark about the tree branch being uncomfortable, and the whole thing just like snapped. And it took me about the better part of the afternoon to stop her from crying. Oh god, it was a mess. It just like some of little, just like little anecdote stories, her doing this and that. Just some of them embarrassing, some of them more just like cheerful.
Have I mentioned that I hate you? Now I remember why I don't bring people home.
At that point, he kind of goes like going, "So you brought someone home?"
I point to
Yeah.
Cloud and Toto and go, well, I brought 2 people home.
And he kind of goes, "You know what I'm picking at here, smart ass." Yeah, and he suddenly kind of gets not a serious bit. He goes, "Right, gentlemen. So which one of you, or is it both?" Raising an eyebrow, kind of like, mm-hmm.
Oh no, you do not get to do this. I am 160 years old. Well,
And still,
technically I missed my last birthday, so I'm technically only 159 years old. Oh,
at that
I
point,
just got an extra year. Fantastic.
Elspeth just feels a wee tugging at the bottom of her jacket.
I will look down to see which child is tugging at my jacket.
It's a little water genasi boy, just like holding a little box. Yeah.
Hey, sweetheart. I'll pick him up and pop him on my lap and have a look at the box.
You open the box and it's a little necklace, mate, with little nightingales on it. Goes like not made out of anything particular, but they're kind of just like as it would go around the neck, it would just like form the image of the birds just kind of in flight.
Oh, that's really pretty. Where did you get that from?
There's a bunch of us made it.
That's really
Each
pretty.
came back. At which point everything kind of went. Funnily enough, someone did mention that they missed their birthday. At which point the little Genasi boy goes, who? And he just points back to Elspeth. Little boy just turns around and he's got these little big wide eyes with his little kind of ocean waves kind of like hairdo, just kind of just like back and forth.
He's so cute. In my head, he's so cute.
But then it's kind of mission piece for Shannon, just like, hey, here's a description of water Genasi baby.
Oh my god, no. Becca is
Yeah,
having broody moment. Excuse me a second.
At that point, Devin kind of goes, you know what that means, little man? He goes, yeah, shakes his head. He goes, go tell the others.
No, do
And I'll
not go and tell the others. No, there's a reason that I don't come home for my dump day.
he kind of goes, I wish you'd stop calling it that.
It's not exactly my birthday, is it? It's the day I got dumped in your arms.
Yeah, but the way you say dump day, it sounds like it's like shit day, and it's not.
Mm.
He
I know.
looks back at me and don't you think dump day sounds like you're taking a shit? Like, is that just me, or is that just my like juvenile, despite my elder years look thought process here?
I think it's quite observant.
See? At that point, you see all the kind of shadows of the kids just kind of forming at the back of the kitchenette, and he kind of goes, "Well, boys and girls, take it away." And they kind of do like that whole as if they're taking that mass inhale as if they're about to start like choir thing. You're like,
I do hope you've been teaching them.
I do my best. That was more your forte.
What a load of rubbish. Where do you think I get it from?
He goes, "Well, we'll see. Well, kids, if you think you're up for it," and they all kind of go, "Yeah," and they essentially saying what would have been is like,
Mm.
"Happy birthday," but one of them went the back was go belated. And obviously, as they get to the final part, it's like Devin just stands up, gets the little choker thing, puts it around you, and just in that sort of like, not soprano. What's the other kind of high end voice thing?
Alto.
Alto. He's just like, "And happy birthday to you." Just goes alto, just like showing off a little bit as he's putting the necklace around. He goes, "It's good to have you home, my dear," and gives you a little pat on the cheek.
I hate you all. By the way, did you happen to get my letter that I sent over 2 months ago?
He goes, I will have to double check because there's a bit of a backlog with mail. Which goes, mate. And he goes off and goes into the other room. It's all kind of just like, yay, and then go back outside and play for a bit.
I apologise, gentlemen.
What for? It is family.
There's nothing to apologise for.
Well, at this point in time, what's my family is your family, so you can always adopt 50 children if you'd like. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. They have a thing for adults that like them.
I'm pretty sure I've got a good bunch, as you know.
Yes, you do.
I don't really know children that well, and I'm not very good with them, so
I'm sure
they
that's
seem lovely. They seem lovely.
Mm. They are. The probably too many to count now. I've seen and dealt with.
Out again. Remind me again what was in the contents of the letter.
So basically, it was just asking. It was just basically saying, "Hi, I'm in Westrun. I'm okay. Let you know I'm okay." But then the bottom was a P.S. Can you find me information on Guilfoyle, please?
What? Sorry.
Can you find me information on Guilfoyle, the dude from Gallon's backstory?
Ah, right, good. She's I found it. You just hear a voice from upstairs going, "I found it."
You need a secretary.
And he goes, "Ah, I can manage it at the best of times. You just caught me off guard." And he comes down with it with a bunch of other ones and just goes, yes, I do. And he goes that over sort of top, kind of like, "I'll have it ready for you."
Thank you. Well, I do believe we should be going. I would hate to think what Azzy has got himself up to while we have been gone.
You know what he's like. He always finds something to do.
That's the worry. I will pop back later. Devi, dearest. I will get the children to call you that at some point.
And she's about to say, "No, you won't." You just hear one of the little girls with pigtails pops out and goes, "Debbie, dearest." And it's kind of like that, sort of like, damn, it started already. Because, okay, you've won this one, but. And you need to come back before you leave. And he gives you a big hug and he's like, shakes hands with Total and Chloe again. It's like, "Gentlemen, you're both welcome here anytime."
Thank you.
As you're about to leave, he shows you to the door and door shuts behind you.
So that was home. Thank you for coming with me. Sorry he tried to quiz you. I said he is not used to me bringing anyone home.
Peculiar gentleman, ho, hey?
I'm not that peculiar.
Stop lying to yourself. You know you are. That's why we get on so well.
I believe the word you're both looking for is special. In the good way and the bad way.
Well, I feel privileged that I could come along. So thank you.
As I said, my family, your family, at this point.
Can I ask if, and feel free not to answer, if you don't want to, but have you ever looked into your birth parents? Have you ever like wanted to?
Sorry, I was saying goodnight to Jason. I have not, and I am not interested. They did not want me, so I am not interested in finding out anything about them.
I think you made the right choice, and you've ended up with a great family, better than my own family, and I have my family. And you seem a lot happier with yours than I am with mine, so you got lucky, very lucky. You, you should be proud.
I am. I do love him. Even when he tells you all the ridiculous children's stories. By the way, where are your parents about? Obviously, we've met your brother. And I assume we'll meet your ex-wife at some point. But how about your parents? Are they still around?
Yeah, um, my dad owns a farm up near Tursfields, which is kind of outside of Westrun, between like Westrun and the sea. So yeah, he lives up near there. They have him and my mum have a big farm that I used to kind of live out and work on before I started traveling around. Yeah, maybe one day we'll go and visit. Maybe.
Maybe when you're a big hero.
Exactly. Partway there.
I feel like I should ask about Cloud's family, but it feels like I'd need a checklist.
We're just we're always around, my family.
When are we gonna go and visit your fit sister?
Who says you haven't already met her?
That wasn't her, was it?
No.
Ah,
But gotcha.
she's got too much taste for that. Wrong choice of words.
So yeah, he's all heading back to the inn.
To the Temple District to get Azzy.
More district first, okay. I would say it's about early evening, as he spent a good bit of time reading over like the kind of beginner's guide to the difference between the certain metallic dragons, and so for now on, if he does a check regarding metallic dragons, he gets a +2 to the checks on history and arcana regarding metallic dragons.
Sweet.
Others all arrive eventually at the Temple District, and asking about is anyone in into about early evening. Someone eventually points out that yeah, he's been in the Platinum Dragon Temple for most of the day. If you find them in there,
I will walk to the Temple of Bahamut.
again you see again all the heavily plated custodians. In the distance, you see the halfling with the Holy Avenger slung over her back and the gold armor and curly hair that seems familiar, but you can't quite place her.
Hey, Azzy, you ready to go?
Oh, sorry. I just thought, considering recent events, it might be best to learn about some dragons. So, yes, I look for the priest who brought out the book. Do I see him?
Yeah, he's still doing his rounds.
Thank you. This was very fascinating. As I hand him back the book.
The metallics are, of course, very benevolent beings, as you can probably see through examination.
Yes. Much
Takes
better
note,
than the last one.
takes note of all your compatriots. He goes, these are the compatriots you spoke of before.
Yes. And I gently place my hands on. Toto shoulders. This is the one who killed the dragon with an arrow to the ass.
That'd be me, fellas.
It's just quite an extraordinary tale your friend tells me of.
Well, you know, sometimes these things happen. One day you're sitting in Westrun having a beer, and then the next you're in some weird space sea fighting dragons.
And spiders. Big fucking spiders.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget the big spiders. In fact, as he steered one of their ships, almost killed everybody, but steered one of their ships nonetheless.
It was an interesting experience to say the least.
From behind you, going, so the shite talker's returned and he's brought friends. As the armoured halflings now standing behind you, all with the arms crossed, going, so what shite you spouting now?
Um, just recapping the story once again, Lady Kima.
Yeah, I've been mulling that over for most of the afternoon, and you know what? I still can't feel it, you know? It's just. It was awfully hollow. I don't know if any of your compatriots could probably do a better job of it, of persuading me, but I find it a little bit hard to believe, especially with an arrow up the ass. I mean, come on. What are
That
you,
was
12?
funny. That was a good shot, though.
I'd like to see you shoot an arrow up a dragon's asshole.
Well,
Trust
they are quite big, so yeah. But it was quite far as well, so
Mm-hmm. Definite little curve on the arrow.
I like the nice spin to it as well you put on it. Very, very
Yeah,
handy.
you got to spiral that bad boy.
To get it to drill right in.
She's eye rolling right now, going, aye, aye. Heard it all before, guys. I killed a dragon, I killed a dragon. Everyone's killed a fucking dragon nowadays. Or at least they would like to think that they have.
Technically, we've killed 3 young ones and an adult, I believe, plus a supreme commander, and some what are they called? Nyogi.
And I lean back, going, right. Heard it before off of that one.
What were those things we fought underground? Onis. Killed a couple of Onis too.
Oh yeah, we did. And those invisible fuck things. They were a pain in the ass.
We didn't kill that mind flayer though.
No,
As soon as
that's
she
true. She
mentioned
got
Mind
away.
Flayer, she just kind of just gets that sort of look as like, say what? And immediately starts not reaching for swords for attack, but sort of like as if remembering a particular incident involving one. You mentioned Mind Flayer.
Yeah, there was oh, one pretending to be a professor at the Cobalt Soul Reserve, and yeah, she had a little sticky sphincter door hidden place underneath her lab. Yeah, and she had all these little rats with their heads brained, exposed, glowing, and tentacly stuff.
Kind of starting to like, okay, you guys sound like you've like either spouting the biggest pile of bullshit I've ever heard, or you might be talking just crazy enough to be telling the truth.
Oh, that's it. And Cloud will like click his fingers and cast Mask of Many Faces and turn into her. Well, the Mind Flayer looked like this, and then a second later, do it again. the Supreme Commander looked like this, and then again the human version of the Red Dragon, and just like start flicking for a few different forms.
Go from Dr. Woodrow in her like Illithid form, and then turn into Githyanki's Supreme Commander, who totally does not look like the one from the chain. Just saying. That would be Johote. Fuck it. And then when you turn it in Magmadar, that's when several people in that room just look at like you can hear the sort of like metal clink of the custodians all turning and seeing you turn into him, like.
That's the one I shot up the arse.
Well, obviously not in this form though, but you know.
Like, as you say that, there's like an echo in the chamber because everyone's went silent. It's like, that's the one I shot in the ass. In the ass. In the ass. At that point, Lady Kima looks back to the old guy and goes, I think I owe that Ponzi prick as well, pointing to Azzy, going, I think I owe him an apology too. That's either a really neat trick or like that going. Again, a lot of people could just like change their form. Is there any proof? Like, have you got any proof of like any of these fantastical, boisterous bullshit events that you've got here?
Cloud reaches into his haversack and pulls out the Supreme Commander's special cloak.
Good. Okay, that's definitely a
Goes through it again and finds a little vial of ash and goes, "This is when we killed a succubus. She was and then turns into her and goes,
As
she
you
was
mentioned
pretty kinky
succubus,
about
the
that.
priest guy kind of goes, "Don't bring it out in here." Temple.
Ah, come on, you like it, don't you? Wink.
He was even kind of going, "Ah, come on, Eugene, live a little." I don't think the platinum dragon's going to emit a little bit of ash, don't you?
Well, technically, and points to Ellsworth. I'm pretty sure she killed the succubus. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
technically Dodo killed her.
Oh, got the kill shot.
Yeah.
She almost killed me.
Yeah, I killed that one too. Yeah.
yeah, he's just a full-on monster slayer. Dragons, succubi, do.
Out again, the one who is always shit. I'm the character who doesn't want to kill things. Immediately becomes like the one with the highest kill count.
The one with the only kill count.
Yeah, everyone else has got like individual kills, maybe like a double digit if they're lucky, whereas he's like chalking off the big bads right away.
I don't think Elspeth killed a thing.
That'd be worth of achievement in its own. Is like made it through an entire D&D campaign without killing a single thing.
Now I'm gonna try and fucking do it.
Awesome. Cloud like I killed a little demon thing and describes the little cricket quirkle or something, whatever it was.
Priest guy goes, a quest?
Oh, that's the one.
It just has a bit yay big with like bug eyes and big ear, talony things. Yeah, yeah, it's a quest.
Yeah, I got about a good 50 yards on that thing.
What about the dragon? At which point Kima goes, have you got any proof of that? That would have left something behind.
Tomorrow I'm picking up a bow made of dragon.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's only a young dragon.
Shut the fuck up, man. It's made out of full adult red dragon that I shot up
Oh,
and
come
inside.
on. Stop blowing your own dick. The big dude had his own demi-plane, and if we thought about it before, killing him put an end to that, and then obviously the whole demi-plane sort of went pop. And, well, we had a skedaddle. quickly.
They didn't know that. Either way, we killed it.
I mean, technically I have a scar, but that's not exactly proof that we killed it.
What about all of the witnesses? There's there's hundreds of them. There was hundreds of people there. And we've got a Give Yankee ship sitting in Westrun, just right there, just out in the open.
That is true.
At that point, Kima going goes like, and she kind of like gestures the old guy, kind of like, kneel down a sec, whispers something. And the old guy leaves for like a minute. He's standing there, just, like kind of like Rocket Raccoon, kind of going. So we're all kind of standing here like jackasses, looking at you guys. She's tapping her foot, just like that, kind of like ding, 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 ding. Old guy comes back and goes, "Yeah, apparently there is a strange flying ship that's been parked in Westrun for the last few days, and according to the council representatives, points at each and all and goes, corroborate most of what these guys have been saying. At which point Kim again goes, shut the fuck up, no way.
Just Cloud starts smiling, thumbs up, like, hey.
Well, you know what? See tomorrow, bring your bow or whatever the fuck it is you've got, and then we talk. This is a allotted process. I've got shit to do. Like, and she goes, what time is it actually? And she kind of looks around and goes, and there's like, again, there's this weird clockwork fixture on the wall. What time was you like, fuck, I'm late. Gotta go, but tomorrow we'll finish this. And she's kind of like doing that whole like eyes watching you kind of thing. Till then, don't be doing any other weird shit, just in case.
I can't promise that.
That Kima walks off.
I think that went well.
Yeah, it went a lot better than I thought it would be. It's like, any proof? This shit.
I
This
think
shit.
she likes you.
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe. She's into it.
Would I have got
Tell.
the vibe from her of how she swings, and if she's already involved?
This guy kind of goes, well, anyway, folks, this is a bit late.
Sorry, I didn't realise the temple closed.
My apologies for keeping you. Guys, I think it might be best for us to rest.
Come in.
Just thing came up saying my mic was not working. I was like, hold on, I need to double check that. But yeah, it's now fairly late in the evening. What do you guys wish to do? It kind of round the night off.
Probably just head back to the tavern, have a few drinks. Cloud's gonna carry on scribbling away at his bit of parchment, and just have a bit of a laugh and smoke with Toto probably. If Elizabeth wishes to join.
Elspeth will join for a little bit.
There is one thing that I want to do while we're here. I want to go for a smoke, and I want to sit on the ground right outside Greyskull Keep. Just look at it while I smoke. Read all about it. It sounds great.
Wait, Grayskull keeps real?
I read it in the book, so it must be real.
Yeah, so just outside the town. It's how the class citizens escape from Imran during the whole dragon thing. Well, one of the ways.
Mhm. And then
Doesn't have to be tonight, but I want to do it at some point.
sounds like a good idea.
As you are sitting about in the tavern again, it's a busy night. The triplets are doing overtime, running around, keeping everybody happy. As a little quartet of uh, performers all doing various tricks and things on stage until someone rushed towards the end of the night, bursts in at the time and goes, "Quick, someone! We need anyone who could do healing. Anyone?
Yes.
Me too.
Incident just down the road. Quick!" And he
Lead the way.
starts running outside.
I grab my wand.
Following right behind.
Oh dear God.
Oh fuck.
Perhaps you'll
thought-
grab a magic item as well. Maybe not your other wand.
Hang on. I thought Toto kept that wand in his pants at all times.
It's ready to go.
He's always happy to see people. As you guys rush off and you see there's a small crowd gathering around a nearby alleyway, and the gentleman's like, "Over here!"
Right. Rush to the scene and examine the victim, person, whatever.
A couple of the city guard kind of look at him going, says, "Whoa, citizen, watch yourself!" And as you look over the shoulder of one of them, you see like a wall just like sprayed with blood, and someone lying at the bottom, like a woman just lying at the bottom.
I'm a healer of Pelor. Please allow me through.
I'm not even asking permission. I'm just gonna heal her with a healing word from 30 or 60 feet away.
As you get to about the 30 feet mark, as you cast healing word, the wounds don't close up. You just keep going, and it seems like healing magic doesn't seem to work right now.
Yeah, right.
Mine
I move-
or just in general on her?
Not sure.
Oh god.
I get through the guards after explaining, and I'm going to examine the victim first. So, medicine check.
Medicine check.
28.
It would appear that whatever caused these wounds, you can get a very faint magic, like a nullifying effect of some sort. The wounds are staying open naturally, and it's just a case of whatever, like when you see Elspeth's magic try to like seal the wound up, something else appears and disperses it. Like them is losing blood at a rapid pace.
Right. Right. First things first. Anyone who's got spare hands, clean towels, hot water. I need them now. One of you gods, come here. I need extra hands immediately.
As comes over.
Right. Find any wound you can, apply pressure as tight as you can. We need to stop the bleeding. Healing magic is not working on this victim at the moment. We need to heal her with non-magical means, which means physical labor has to be applied to stop the bleeding for as long as we can, before we can actually seal them up physically. Do you understand me?
He kind of nods along, yeah.
Right. I put his hands on what wounds I believe he can hold down. I put my hands on other wounds. If there's still more, I call for more people and instruct them what to do. As soon as towels, bandages, and whatnot start to arrive, then I'll start trying to actually deal with the situation as an on-scene surgeon.
Can I
Cool.
cast detect poison and disease and try and work out if that's a poison or a disease that's causing her to not heal up?
You cast it, and this is not based on a poison or disease.
Okay.
Some other cause has made this effect possible.
I don't have to spell magic or try that.
Azzy, make me a medicine check.
26.
26. You've managed to stem the rapid blood loss to a more steady sort of like, okay, this is starting to get more manageable. Total Cloud, are you guys doing anything as all this shit's happening?
I am just freaking out.
I'm gonna try and have a look around, see if I can spot anything of interest, or sort of just work out sort of what happened, or if anybody's still around who obviously did this or something.
Perception check. A lot of people running around in here, everything's in a panic. It's hard to kind of get a good grip of the immediate surroundings. I say make me another medicine check.
Okay.
See if you can get the next stage of this finished.
19.
As you feel like, oh, managed to get these wounds all closed up, another one starts to open just next to where your hand is. It's like, I've stopped the bleeding. And then it's like another leak is sprung, and the victim is starting to look very pale.
Toto, you've got dexterous little fingers. Get in here. I need your help.
Oh, good God.
Hurry, Toto. Please.
What do you need? What do you need? What do you need?
I point my head in the direction where the new leak is sprung up. I need you to apply as much pressure to that spot as you can.
Oh, okay.
Don't think about it. Just remember, you're saving a life.
Right. One last medicine check.
Come on, come on. Big money, big money. Nat 20.
Managed to stop the bleeding. Victim is just lying there, almost like drained, but alive.
Can I?
Good work, Toto. Go ahead.
No, after you.
No, literally, that's all I was doing. I was saying good work to Toto.
I was going to say, can I cast Detect Thoughts and sort of slowly wander around the group of people and around the area, trying to hear someone that's. It's going to sound really fucking stupid because they're not going to be sitting there in their head going, "Oh, I've just stabbed a person," but someone that might ping sort of some kind of siren in Elspeth's head.
The range.
It's 30 feet, but she'll wander around sort of relatively close to the crowd, but trying to get as much distance covered as possible, and avoiding Cloud and Toto and Azzy's thoughts.
Oh, with this in mind, make me a perception check. Up. As you're walking through various members of the crowd, you hear like snippets of, "Oh my god, this is tragic," blah 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 blah. As you're moving about, you get a faint kind of like, where they kind of thought that kind of makes your skin crawl a little bit as you hear the diversion worked. And just at the edge of where your perimeter was at that point, you get to the point where you just turn to your right and you just see like an alleyway and you just hear very faint footsteps.
I'm gonna follow.
Just by
Stealthily,
like
quietly.
casually walking, or are you booking it? Well, stealthily, I mean, you probably would be like trying to keep quiet and steady pace.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and keep that fort in range, so that the fort that I can sense, I'm gonna try and keep it so I can sense it and follow it.
Oh, make me a stealth check. You think you're doing you hear the steps going in a corner, and as soon as you get in that corner, you're thinking you go around that and nothing there. I reach out for that thought, try to think, where is he? Where is it? Where is it? You just feel something sharp and metallic just getting right across your cheek, just very slowly, not lethal, not intended for harm. It's just like and clean, and you just feel like this swipe getting took at you.
In the instant I have a moment, I'm gonna cast message at Cloud and just go help.
Have that advantage because it was a natural one he's swiping at you with.
Still misses.
No fucking missed! Ah! You just feel this like at that moment you just feel that like rather cocky movement of and it says unclean, you just duck out the way and you see it just like just like right across the brickwork of a nearby building and turn around there's like this cloaked figure just like with just the eyes leering out at you. Can't quite see who or what it is. You just get this idea it's all in black, high collar, some sort of hat, and blade in their hand, just take a swipe at you. It's got very weird markings on the edge of it. You can't quite recognise.
Yeah, I'm gonna start walking back the way I came.
As you're trying to move out of this guy's reach, you'll get one last swipe at you.
That hits.
Is 8 points slashing damage and right, 5 points necrotic. And as you get that clip to your side, you notice as you look down that that wound just seems to just like pour blood profusely from it.
Oh
You'll try to
yeah.
run for this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, run full full length with that 30 feet that you go to move, and you hear that the footsteps behind you stop. And the last thing you get, the thought wise, as soon as you get out of the range, is like, "Another time, perhaps." And on.
Second Cloud got the message, he would have dashed straight for wherever he saw Elizabeth head.
As she comes out into like the kind of open view and people see her wounded, you just kind of like, like Speedy Gonzales right up,
Not over a cliff then.
not over a cliff.
Are you alright? What happened?
I was following a fort. Sounds stupid, but there was someone thinking the distraction worked. I followed it to some guy that called me unclean, was really creepy looking, and has taken a slash at me. And I will show Cloud the wound.
You turn around and you see like it doesn't look that bad initially until you see it up close, and it just looks like it just seems to just force blood out of it.
Get to Azzy. Cloud will head down the alleyway and try and find this person.
Oh, look down the alleyway and make a perception check.
Oh, well, it's supposed to be 25. That's 17.
17. Looking about, and you can see the blood trail that Elspeth's left. About halfway up the alleyway.
Yeah, just follow the trail all the way until it stops, and then try and see if I can find anything from there.
And frantically, can't seem to see anything. Like a ceiling tile kind of just drop from like further down the alleyway. Smash on the ground.
I'll head down that way to where the tile is, and then I'll use my climb speed to scale the side of the building.
Other side of the building, get up to the top. Make another perception check. 17. You see, as you're looking about, you can just see like a shimmer of black movement across another building, and you see again the high collar, almost kind of cloaked figure just kind of looking behind like almost like a chimney like structure, looking back, sees you, and then darts behind it.
I will take out the wand of invisibility, give it a wave, turn invisible, and then use my movement and bonus action to start heading in that direction.
Cool. As you're doing that, Toto, you doing anything?
Where am I in regards to everybody else?
There's still gathered around crowd. You're still holding parts of the now closed up wounds that this first attack victim had next to Azzy, and Elspeth is kind of just limping towards you guys with like
No, she isn't.
a gash on her side.
I'm gonna immediately run to Elspeth, try and get help. Grab Azzy, and just run to Elspeth, try and make sure she's not bleeding out as well.
See, as soon as you get within like hand distance, you just see that the wound next to her just again just kind of flails, and another 5 points of necrotic damage as this thing starts again, just like you feel like it almost goes numb, then like sharp pain, and then numb again, sharp pain.
And she's gonna get to Elspeth and just gonna say, "What happened? Who did it?
I,
Who am I killing?"
uh, I'm okay. I'm worried about Cloud though. He ran after him. Can you two go and find him? I'll be okay. I'll stay here.
I'll go and find him. Azzy,
Oh no.
take care of this.
No, I am fine. I am a healer. I can do it myself. Honestly, go.
There's no way. There's no way. What direction did he go?
I will point down the alley.
Point down the
Oh,
alleyway.
And I will actually quickly ping a message to Cloud if he's in range and go, I am sending Toto to follow Toto and potentially Azzy to follow you. Whereabouts are you so I can send them in the correct direction?
Yeah. Cloud will use the band of telepathy to say, stay there, stay together. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Cool. And as you're chasing off, make another perception check, Cloud. Your stealthy now invisibleness, you managed to like break sight of this being of some description is managed thought he's seen you, and he's now making that sort of like, oh, I assume he's over there, so I'm going to move this way, and you might think you've got a point where you can probably intercept him as he jumps into another alleyway. You move along. You can probably catch up with him if you're using a like. I'll say the last time you were just kind of like observing. So if you want to use feeling agility and kind of
Yep,
move towards
I'll
it.
use my feline agility, and the boots of elvish kind mean I make no sound while moving.
As you're like silent as the grave, just like ding 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 ding, ding, land in the alleyway just as you get in front of it again. Shrouded figure. All you can kind of like make out is a kind of high collared look that he's got, and that really nasty weapon that he's got in his hand. Just kind of raises up his left hand and just kind of does that kind of expression in front of you. Looking about because he can't physically see you, but he heard you kind of like land on something that kind of broke, and he's like, There you are.
Yeah, screw it. Can I try a sleight of hand to slip the dagger out of his hand?
Try me. $19. As you get closer, you get your hand on it, and as you're trying to move it out of his hand, you just about get him out of his grip, and you just hear a very slight click noise in his other wrist as he brings it round. And let's yeah.
Miss.
As you almost get a hold of the long blade in his hand, he turns round and you can just see another one appear out of his wrist on his left hand as he tries to like swat you away, and you just manage to go nope and back off. Again, he's almost as if his silhouette has been kind of like got something kind of changing his shape, so you can't get a fix on what this thing is. And all you can see is the kind of like almost cartoonishly exaggerated like smile appears in amongst the kind of black background of his figure, and he kind of goes, going to be fun.
Definitely. And
Tell me, unclean one, do you think that you are going to somehow stop me in my little endeavors?
no, you've messed with the wrong person, and you're very sloppy. So why not? And as a bonus action, as I'm still stealth, I will start stealthing around him.
Off away, he's kind of going, You know what? You're right. I have been getting a little bit lazy. I can see I'm going to have to make more of an effort. Maybe expand my repertoire. Until then, he kind of always gives a kind of almost curtsy movement and disappears. That's where we'll end it tonight.
Ah, dick.
Can I just say, well done on saving that the decoy.
Thank you. It's one of the few things as he is good at.
Right now, Elspeth is bleeding to death.
So yeah, apologies. I'm a little rusty on the online DMing thing.
That was fine.
You're fine, man.
I
Yeah,
just
don't
turned
worry
the stream off, by the way.